And welcome to Lovington Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, and we're at Carlsbad and looking forward to the second go-round of Lovington versus Carlsbad. These two teams last played each other, and in fact, I've got the score sheet still from that game. And Carlsbad won 43-37, but Lovington gave them a very, very good game. And this is the first of two games that will be here at Caveman Gym tonight. As directly after this game, the Lovington boys will play Carlsbad. But first up, the Lovington girls, and under Chief Bridgeforth, head coach, they are 12-6 on the season, having a good, solid season so far, and ranked number 8 in 4A in the state, getting some respect as they've had a pretty tough pre-district schedule, playing a lot of 5A schools and teams and doing pretty well up against them, TJ. In that last game against Carlsbad, the leading scorer for Lovington was Ashlyn Barunda with 14 points, and Malaya Castro added 11. And then you had Erling Salcido with 5 points, and contributors as well from Cardenas, Aranda Castro, that's Myra Castro, Carly Greben, and, of course, Abigail Schau still injured and out, as we now know after that game last week talking to Coach. We know that Schaus is out for the season, and she has, I believe, a torn meniscus. So we hope that she continues. She suits up and goes out and is a part of the team still. She's just not a player part of the team for the rest of this season. And that's okay. The Lovington girls miss her, but they are doing their best to adjust without her height and her presence. But doing a good job against Carlsbad in that last game, and Lovington defense doing a good job, holding Carlsbad to just that 43 points and losing only by 6 points, TJ.
Well, it was a very close game, and I know Lovington is going to be looking to do a few things different in this one. One of those things they are going to try to do is slow down Abby Dugan. She lit them up for 25 points in that ball game. They just really had no answer for her, and she was working inside out and did a whole lot of damage from the free throw line. Jasmine Gonzalez also really took them to task on the board. She scored 12 points in the ball game, and she had 9 rebounds. So they're going to try and slow them down a little bit, and they've got to get Liz Buendia. She's the leading scorer for the Lady Cats, averaging about 18 points a game. Carlsbad held her to just 3 points when they played each other back at our place a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
and so that's one thing. They've got to try to free her up and get her on the board, and even her scoring more could be the difference in, beating Carlsbad. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Lovington could beat Carlsbad, even their 4A going up against a 5A team. And Abby Dugan, as you said, runs the point for Carlsbad. She was perfect at the line. I think she was, 10 for 10 or 12 for 12 at the free throw. 2, 4, 6, 8.
12.
Yeah, 11 of 12. She's almost perfect at the line. She only had that one miss. But, as you said, she had 25 points total in the game and 6 rebounds to go along with it. Not bad. And two of her baskets were 3-pointers. So she hit them inside, she hit them outside, she hit them at the free throw line, she worked the boards. I mean, she's just an all-around good player, and they're going to have to try to slow her down. Can't stop her, I know, but got to slow her down. Jasmine Gonzalez just killed them inside underneath the basket in the low post position. She scored most of her 12 points from right there underneath the basket, and, of course, worked the boards for them as well. So that's going to be – they also got contributors from Cameron Zumran, who came in, and she's a 3-point shooter as well and can work the board. She contributed. They had contributions from Macy Garcia, Corinne Bradford, and Samantha Oliver, who I think actually ended up fouling out of the game. Samantha Oliver did. She had a point and some rebounds for the Cave girls. So yes, that's definitely something Lovington's going to try to have to stop that feed, stop the feed into Gonzalez, underneath the basket, and try to slow Abby Dugan down, slow her scoring up, and try to increase the output, the offensive output from Lovington's own players, especially Elizabeth Buendia, but looking hopefully.
Well, and another thing in that game, too, that really hurt the Lady Cats, they had a lot of opportunities from the free throw line, but they finished just 12 of 22. They missed 10 shots at the free throw line. They forced more turnovers at Carlsbad than they committed. They forced 25 and only committed 19 in that ball game, but they were just not able to capitalize. One thing about these Carlsbad teams, and we heard Coach Casey Pack say it after the game, and the girls team plays much the same way. They want to slow you down and beat you up. Now, Lovington is not a slow-down team. They want to press, they want to run, they want to gun. They're really not a team, especially with Shao South, that's built for that kind of slow-down, set game. They want to run and gun. They want to move, and if they can get Carlsbad moving to the beat of the Lady Cat drummer, they do have a good shot at this game.
Now, in that game, Carlsbad had a lot of turnovers, more than Lovington. Carlsbad had like 24 turnovers and Lovington 19. So if Lovington can continue to force turnovers and create unforced errors on Carlsbad and capitalize on those turnovers and mistakes, make points off of those, more points, then Lovington's got a real shot at this game. So they've got 2 or 3 things that they're going to have to work on and really work hard on. And if they can execute, then yes, it's going to be a good game. It was a good game against Carlsbad before, and a very close game. And Lovington actually led that game a couple of times. But Carlsbad led at the end of each quarter. But within the quarters, Lovington did some good play and some good things. So we'll hopefully. We're going to see that team, and Lovington has created and developed a lot of toughness too, and that was a little bit of a contentious game. It was a physical game, and there were a couple of tees in that game as well, technical.
Yeah, there was
were called.
A combined 44 trips to the free throw line, or 42, I'm sorry. So, yeah, a lot of fouling, a lot of trips, and a lot of chances from the charity stripe, and it could come down to who shoots those better tonight. And really, when you look at that game a couple weeks ago, that is exactly what happened. If Lovington is better from the free throw line and they get a few more things to fall, and they had some wide open looks in that game, wide open layups that they just kind of short-armed. If they can get two more of those and even 5 or 6 more free throws, they win that game.
Yeah. So looking forward to this one tonight for sure. The first of a doubleheader here at Carlsbad, as Lovington girls up first, followed by the Lovington boys. And it's going to be another doubleheader coming up Monday. After tonight, Lovington is idle until Monday against Chaparral. Chaparral comes to Lovington, and the girls will start at 5:30, followed by the boys as well. So, nice to have a couple of doubleheaders in a row with a weekend in between them, and that way we can be back on home turf on Monday.
And, of course, then district starts next Friday.
That's right. So we are not far away from the start of that second district, and then getting sharp and doing your final tune-ups to get ready for district is what all of these games are about tonight and Monday for sure. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back in just a few minutes and talk about the rosters, the girls, the starters, and get this one tipped off and underway. It's Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Carlsbad on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Got about little over 4 minutes left on the pregame clock right now as the girls are out warming up. And speaking of the teams, let's run down the roster for your Carlsbad ladies. Number 1 is Cameron Zumbrin. Number 2 is Mia Payanis. 3 is Hayden Brose. 11 is Josie Tindorf. 12 is Abby Dugan. 14, Serena Carrasco. Number 21 is Macy Garcia. 22 is T. Payanis. Number 23 is Faith Klusner. 30 is Corinne Bradford. 32 is Tanisha Green. 33 is Samantha Oliver. 50 is Jasmine Gonzalez. And 52 is Rebecca Brown. And for your Lovington Lady Cats, number 3 is Luisa Cardenas. Number 4 is Carly Knapp. Number 5, Aubrey Aranda. Number 10 is Myra Castro. 12 is Malaya Castro. 14, Ashlyn Borunda. 12, Elizabeth Wendia. 22 is Carly Greben. 24 is Erlene Salcido. And 42 is Abigail Schaus. As we mentioned, she is injured and out for the rest of the season. But she's a sophomore this year. And if she can get healthy, stronger, and stay that way, she's going to be a real contributor again, an important puzzle piece for the Lovington Lady Cats next year and the year after that.
Well, it certainly is, and we certainly wish her the best and hope for a full and speedy recovery. But you got to play with the girls you've got, and Chief Bridgeforth, I know, will have them ready to go out and play. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for the camera because we are on an end line, and we are literally about 3 feet behind one of the baskets.
Yeah.
And so the angles are a bit wonky and a bit odd. So I apologize in advance for anything that you can't see, especially in the right corner on this near side. And
in the left corner as well, possibly.
And the up and down is going to be a little bit of an issue, too. So just bear with us, and we'll do the best we can.
We'll trust that you'll follow that. I'll be running camera on the boys' game. So, again, I'll be in the hot spot then and just trying to do the best we can. We also are blocked out. We kind of have a couple of blind spots where we are up. We're just behind one of the baskets and in the mezzanine, and we have a rail, double rail in front of us, and that rail is blocked by posters, by posters all underneath it. So we can't, we don't have good sight. We're certainly sitting down at the table. We can't. We have to be able to stand up, and even standing up, we're going to have a couple of blind spots. So we'll take another timeout and be back as they're probably just about to announce, do the national anthem and announce teams out on the floor. And we will take a break and play some of our excellent sponsors. We thank all of our sponsors. You see their logos, their names there at the bottom of the screen on the video. And we could not do the games and cover these girls and boys basketball games without their support. So we appreciate them. So we'll take a time out and hear from them and come back, find out who our starters are. We do not have an electronic board here in this gym that lists all the players and the teams as we do in some gyms, but we're not complaining. But we'll be back in just a couple of minutes and get this one tipped off. It is Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball from Carlsbad as the introductions have been made, and we're just about ready to tip this one off. Your starters for Carlsbad will be Zumbrun, Dugan, Bradford, Oliver, and Gonzalez. And for Lovington, your starters are Aranda, Malaya Castro, Burunda, Buendia, and Salcido. The girls are out on the court, and we're just about getting ready to tip this one off. Lovington looking for a win, hoping to go 13-6 on the season after tonight. Of course, Carlsbad looking to increase their wins to 11 and end up 11-8 as both teams sharpening up for district. And the ball is up, and it's controlled by Lovington. Malaya Castro takes the handoff, pulls out, top of the arc, over to the right. In the lane, and a bad pass. Just a little too high for Elizabeth Buendia, and the first turnover for Lovington. Not how you want to start. Definitely, maybe some just first of the game jitters. So give it over to Carlsbad. They'll inbound right in front of their bench. They get it to Dugan, running the point, working the ball. She's out, getting worked on by Aranda. Carlsbad passes, and they have their own bad pass that goes out of bound. So the team's trading turnovers early on. Give it back to Lovington, and a nice break for the Lady Cats. They've got a chance to put the first 2 or 3 points on the board.
Now's the time they need to pick up the pace, and they need to start pressing even through the Carlsbad zone.
Malaya brings it down, gets it into Burunda. Burunda kicks it out. A shot up from the right corner, no good. And it is Oliver with the rebound, her first. Dugan with the ball now, passes it off to the left to Zumbrun. Back to Oliver. Oliver looking for somebody. A pass in the lane, taken away. A nice turnover that Lovington can bring down. That is Buendia with a 3-point shot attempt. No good. Ball's loose on the court, controlled by Zumbrun. Her first rebound, and gives it to Dugan. Dugan runs the point, cross the center line, passes off to Bradford on the right wing. Back to Dugan, top of the arc, moves over to the left, looking for room. Bounce pass in the lane, bounce pass out, and there's a whistle that sounds. Are they going to call the foul or
no,
reach
they're
foul?
actually going to say a kick ball on Burunda, so it'll stay Carlsbad basketball.
So I didn't see exactly what if it was a bad bounce or. But Carlsbad ball, they inbound, get it to Dugan. Dugan to Zumbrun. Zumbrun kicks it out to Bradford, back to Dugan. Bounce pass, or back to Zumbrun, bounce pass to Dugan. Pass it over the right. Dugan drives in, a bounce pass to Oliver. Oliver takes a 3-point shot, won't fall. Ooh, nice board as Burunda skies for the rebound. And still no score on the board. Buendia's going to bring it down, work it outside the arc. Pass in the lane. Ooh, could have been dangerous. Burunda passes it off. A shot is up toward the basket. No good. It falls, and a fight for the ball. It's going to be controlled, as that was actually Oliver with the rebound. Gives it to Dugan. So still no score. 2 minutes gone in this game, and both teams with some turnovers, some looks at the basket. Nobody getting it to fall. Dugan now. And again, good defense by Lovington, keeping Carlsbad out of the paint. Carlsbad being very patient. Oliver to Zumbrun.
That's one of their hallmarks, is they're going to pass
they
until they find pretty much their perfect solution.
And then they do find Bradford in the lane, but they have to kick it back out. Oh, and then stolen away, but the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Lovington ball.
Good turnover there by Buendia.
It was a nice steal, her first, and another turnover. That's 3 turnovers for Carlsbad. Early on in this game, 5:36 left to play in the first. Lovington will inbound all the way at the other end of the court. Malaya Castro gives it off to Buendia. Buendia runs a point, crosses center line, back. Pass in the lane as they were. I like the thought there. They passed it to Burunda. Burunda was looking to get it to Erlene Salcido underneath the basket, but the pass goes out of her hands and out of bounds. So another turnover for Lovington. Still no score in this game. Incredible. Now Carlsbad passing, trying to find Oliver right underneath the basket, but they overshoot it and hang on to the ball, but they're going to try it again. Zumbrun now tries the 3-point from outside the arc, and it does not fall, and the rebound goes out of bounds, but last touch by Lovington.
Yeah, they're going to say Buendia got a hand on it. I really thought that it was Gonzalez who touched it last, but the man in stripes right on top of it.
Zumbrun gets it into Bradford, or actually to Gonzalez. Oh, and a nice takeaway as Buendia scores her second steal, passes it down, and Malaya ends up controlling it. She gets it to Buendia, and Buendia pops the net for 3. So very patient as Lovington ends up being the first to score and put points on the game. 4:46 left in the first quarter, and it's just 3-0. And we'll just keep it right here as a timeout is being taken. 3-0. I never thought that we would start this game and play almost half of the first quarter before the first score is on the board. Did you, TJ?
No, it really did take a little time, and Lovington doing a pretty nice job defensively. They've already forced 4 turnovers, but they have to be a little more consistent. I like that they're trying to pick up the pace, but they've got to make sure that their passes are on target. The three-pointer that Buendia got right there was almost a complete disaster, but a good hustle play that wound up being saved by Malaya Castro, and Lovington cashed in on it, and that's a good thing.
Yep, Lovington definitely being patient, and working for their shot. Now you got to figure that Carlsbad's going to switch things up a little bit. They're picking up the pace already as they inbound, get it quickly across the court down to the other end. They're still passing outside the arc, though. Lovington doing a good job keeping out of the paint. Gonzalez is staying in the lane, so she can be there. They're going to try to get it into her, and now pass it into Dugan. And now she traveled. She did.
That was Gonzalez, actually.
Oh, Gonzalez, yeah. Sorry about that. Well, I know. I had said Gonzalez had the ball, but that she was trying to work it to Dugan. Dugan was actually down underneath the basket. So 5th turnover for Carlsbad. Give it to Lovington, and Buendia is top of the arc. They pass it in. There's a shot up, 3-point shot from Malaya Castro in the right corner. Doesn't fall, and that is going to be 30. Bradford with the rebound, her first. They give it to Dugan, runs a point, pulls up top of the arc, passes over to Oliver in the right wing. Now over to Zumbrun on the left. Then back to Oliver on the right wing. Then in to the lane, and then back out to Bradford. Back out to Oliver, and she gets open, takes a 3-point look, won't fall. Zumbrun with the rebound, her second. Gets it back to Oliver as Carlsbad resets. They kick it to Oliver, thinks about the 3 again. And now they get it over to Zumbrun outside the left arc. A 3-point attempt is up, no good, and Aranda with the rebound. Give it to Buendia. She's going to hustle down, run it right in the lane. A give and go that should have worked. It went to Barunda. Barunda missed a point-blank layup.
And that really cost them at our place a couple of weeks ago. You've got to make those.
Dugan gets the ball, but the rebound actually was made by.
It was Dugan.
It was Dugan. Okay, she made her own rebound, took it down. And now Carlsbad setting up the O, working it around outside the arc again. Oliver, trying to get it into Dugan right underneath the basket for a little alley-oop shot, and it didn't work because
good hustle play,
really good.
From Barunda.
Barunda came out of nowhere, flying high, and interrupted the ball, sent it out of bounds. It'll stay Carlsbad ball, but they won't have a chance to run it to get points off of that same play. Now they're going to kick it out around the arc, and that's Carrasco in the game for the first time for Carlsbad. Carrasco.
Myra Castro and Cardenas check in for Lovington.
Castro from the top of the arc tries to pop the 3, won't fall, fight for the rebound. Coming down with it, Erlene Salcido, I believe, is going to get, did she commit the foul? They're going to call that? No, they're calling that on Gonzalez.
Let's see.
Yep.
They're going to call it, now they're on Cardenas.
On Cardenas, okay, so Cardenas, where
so it'll wipe out the rebound for Salcido and give the ball back to Carlsbad.
Carlsbad working outside the arc, and they're going to call
offensive
foul. The offensive foul. They're going to call the charge. Yep, and they're going to on 30 on Bradford. That's her first foul.
And that'll be the 6th turnover for the Cave Girls. Lovington needs to
capitalize on these. And a pass almost goes out of bounds, saved by Myra Castro. The pass into Buendia. Buendia drives the lane, puts up the layup. So she's got all 5 points for Lovington in this game, and it is 5-0. 2:20 left to play in this first quarter as Carlsbad brings the ball down. They get it out to Carrasco. Carrasco trying to pass it. It's interrupted, almost stolen away by Lovington. Good defense. They do get it over to the left corner. A shot up, no good. And Myra Castro with the rebound, her first. They give it to Malaya Castro. Malaya passes to Buendia from the right arc. She tries to pop the three, won't fall. And Malaya Castro with her first rebound. Gives it off to Buendia. Buendia drives the lane, but it's stolen away by Carlsbad, as that's Jasmine with a steal. Gets it to Dugan. Dugan runs a point, runs into the lane, runs into somebody. No foul called. Carlsbad maintains possession. They put up a shot, won't fall, and that's Salcedo with the rebound. Pass over to Buendia. Buendia runs the points, pulls up short. Passes off to Malaya Castro. She tries a floater. It won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it should be.
Yeah, they're gonna whistle Arlene Salcedo with the foul as she went over the back on that one.
So first foul on her, and give the ball to Lovington. Carlsbad, rather. And coming in is Green, and going out is Bradford for Carlsbad. Carlsbad will inbound right from underneath where we're standing. And they'll get it into Dugan, who will run the point, cross the timeline. Lovington and the rest of the Carlsbad team awaits at that end, all set up in their offense and defense. Passing around the outside of the arc, that is Carrasco taking it in. They give it to Jasmine Gonzalez. She puts up a shot, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be a tie ball. So good fight for that. I think that was number 5. Was that Aranda fighting for it underneath Borunda fighting for it underneath the basket. Arrow goes the way of Carlsbad, though, and here we are, a minute 12 left to play in the first, still 5-0, Lovington leading. Carlsbad inbounds, they get it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez leaves it off for Dugan. Dugan getting worked on hard by Cardenas and a three-point shot up from the right wing, no good, and that is going to be Aranda with the rebound, her second. Gives it to Buendia. Buendia in the right corner. Oh, trying to pass it off, is stolen away, a bad pass. Third turnover for Lovington. Give it to Green. Green passes to Dugan. They give it to Zumbrun from the left corner, and she pops the tray. Zumbrun with 3 points makes it 5-3 now. Lovington coming down the other way. Buendia running the point. Across the timeline, center court, getting worked on by Dugan. Passes it off to Cardenas. Cardenas works it over, gives it to Myra Castro. Myra getting double teamed right away as Carlsbad sensing a weakness there. And they give it to Aranda, and Aranda travels. So
it's out of bounds. She stepped on the sideline.
Stepped on the sideline. I thought she traveled.
I'm on a little different angle, so I can
right,
actually
you can see
it.
that. And
Yeah.
I've got a post in the way. So give it to Carlsbad. Knapp passes outside the arc. Oh, Buendia with a steal, but then she trips, and they're going to call her for the foul. So, yep, definitely. It was a nice attempt, though, as Buendia taking the ball out of the hands of Garcia in the game for the first time for Carlsbad.
Actually, they're going to whistle that on Carlsbad. They're going to whistle it on Garcia.
Oh, wow. Okay, so offensive foul. They're going to say she tripped Buendia after the steal. So Buendia gets credit for the steal, her third. And then Garcia called for the foul. Lovington inbounds. They give it to Buendia. She runs all the way in, puts it up and in, and draws the foul. So count the basket. And Buendia with 2 more points. She's got all of Lovington's points in this one. 7-3 is your score, and Buendia will go to the line. She gets fouled by number 12, Abby Dugan, her first. And Buendia will put up the shot. Oh, no good. It falls off to the side, and Gonzalez will get the rebound, her first. Or second, and a last buzzer shot up from number 14, Carrasco, is way short. So at the end of the first quarter, I didn't think I would be saying this because the score is back to Lovington Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. At the end of the first quarter, get this, your score is 7-3, and Lovington is leading. So yes, it was a very interesting first quarter. A lot of turnovers back and forth. I got 6 turnovers for Carlsbad, 4 for Lovington, if that's right. And
5 for Lovington, 7 Carlsbad.
5 and 7. Oh, it was 1 off for both of them. Very close. So a lot of shooting, cold shooting, and no offensive rebounds, I don't think, at all in that first quarter. So no second looks at the basket for either team. But and so far Elizabeth Buendia with all 7 points for Lovington. Lovington inbounds midcourt to Malaya Castro. Malaya leaves it off for Borunda. Borunda back to Malaya on the right wing. Over to Aranda. Oh, and into
Sloppy
trying to.
pass.
That's right. Bad pass to Barunda is taken away by Dugan and then stolen right back by Cardenas. So the teams trade turnovers again, bring it down, and then a whistle sounds, and it's going to be another turnover.
Yeah, as that one got batted away by Zumbrin, as Castro just not able to hang on to it again. When Lovington gets the ball, they have to be a little more considerate and a little bit cleaner in their passing.
So Carlsbad coming back the other way. Gonzalez has it top of the arc, kicks it to Zumbrin. Zumbrin over to Oliver on the right wing, back to Zumbrin. Gets into three-point range. She's got somebody in her face. Good defense by Lovington. They get it to Oliver. Oh, and now into Gonzalez right underneath the basket. Short arms a first one, and then on her putback she gets fouled, I think, by Barunda. We'll see who they call that on, but I looked and I think it was a reach foul by Barunda. Her first, and that is going to put Gonzalez at the line. Gonzalez missed a couple of free throws against Lovington, and she misses this one in that game a couple of weeks ago. Gonzalez had like 12 points in the game and was a good, a force to be reckoned with right underneath the basket in the low post position. But she misses the second one of these as well. So score still 7-3.
And Barunda with the rebound.
That's right, and give Lovington the ball. Aranda's going to bring it down. Get it to Barunda. Barunda kicks it back out. Now Lovington, crisp, sharp passing. I like the look of this. They get it to Cardenas in the right corner, in the left corner rather, and she travels. So a turnover number 7 for Lovington. And score is still 7-3. 6:56 left to play in the second quarter.
Lovington has got to start taking advantage of some of these chances. Carlsbad is not a team that is built to come back. If Lovington could get up by even as much as 8-10, that could be disaster for the Cave Girls.
And the Cave Girls are passing around the outside of the arc, trying to work for position, trying to look for somebody. Dugan and Gonzalez both down in position, crossing the baseline. And now Dugan comes back out top of the arc, and that's Klusner in the game for the first time for Carlsbad. As Oliver puts up a three-point shot, won't fall, and it's going to be Buendia with the rebound, her first rebound. Give it to Lovington. They come down quickly, pass in the lane underneath the basket to an open Barunda. She puts it up and in. Good job.
That's what they want to do. Good transition, move the ball quickly, find the open girl, and get the bucket. And
get the bucket, finish. And that's what Lovington needs to do. They've had 3 or 4 opportunities like that. They just didn't get the bucket. Three-point attempt up by Carlsbad from the left wing by Zumbrim. It does not fall, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carlsbad. So it'll be Lovington ball. 9-3 your score, Lovington leading. And Carlsbad coach Coach Enlow is putting in fresh legs. And putting number 2, Payanis is in now. Number 11, Tendorf is in. And a timeout's going to be taken. No?
Yep, timeout by Carlsbad.
Timeout by Carlsbad. And what are we doing?
And that's what Chief Bridgeforth wants to know. That's what we'd like to know. I mean, the whistle sounded on the near side.
Okay. And the one of the refs thought that the coach was calling a timeout, and her whistle was just a little premature.
An inadvertent timeout.
That's right, inadvertent whistle. But play will continue, and because it was Lovington ball, they will have it to inbound to midcourt in front of the scorer's table and announcer's bench.
And Chief saying, hey, thanks for breaking our momentum.
And that's Malaya Castro inbounding to Buendia, to Barunda. Barunda driving in, no room, kicks it back out. Malaya Castro with a 3. Beautiful, nothing but net from the left corner. And that makes it 12-3. Lovington leading. Dugan running the point, getting it to Zumbrin on the right wing. Zumbrin to top of the arc to Payanis. To Zumbrin. Back to Payanis. And then a three-point attempt up, and nothing but net as Zumbrin pops her second tray of the game, makes it 12-6 now. As the pace picks up, and Buendia brings the ball down to Malaya Castro on the right wing, back to Buendia. Buendia moves around top of the arc, getting double-teamed. And I think they're going to call Dugan with a foul. That's right.
They're going to get her on the
second, and she fouls Buendia. It'll be on the floor, so the ball will be in. They will inbound the ball just to the right of the Carlsbad bench as subs come in for Lovington.
Yeah, Myra Castro and
Arlene Salcido. And Malaya gets the ball from Buendia. Buendia Gets it over to Myra Castro. Oh, Myra, all the way back over to Malaya. Now into Erlyn Salcido. And I think a lane violation as she puts her foot in the lane and then pulls back out. So
I actually think she stepped on the baseline.
Well, I don't think it was. She was nowhere near. She was not far enough to over under the baseline. So whatever it is, the ball, it's
it was
a turnover.
No matter how you look at it.
It's a turnover.
9th turnover for the Lady Cats. And, we mentioned Lovington needing to capitalize on the turnovers. Carlsbad, if they could start capitalizing, they could get back into this one.
And Lovington with a turnover. They force it as Malaya Castro knocks the ball away, gets the ball, brings it down, puts up the layup, and draws the foul. So count the bucket. And the personal foul is going to be on number 2, Mia Payanis, her first and second team foul, and that's going to put Malaya at the line. It's her first trip to the line. And let's see, Brose is coming out. No, Brose is coming in, and Payanis coming out for Carlsbad. So Malaya Castro at the line, eyes it, skies it, and it does not fall. And skying for the rebound is Gonzalez, but then the ball is tied up, and it goes the way of Carlsbad.
Nice job, though, by Salcido to tie her up, and that'll flip the possession arrow.
So Dugan gets the ball from Gonzalez, brings it down, gives it off to Brose. Brose to Zumbrun in the left wing. Back to Brose.
And they're giving Zumbrun a lot of room. You might want to think about keeping somebody in her face.
She's scored 2 3-pointers, and she takes another try at it, and then a fight for the rebound is controlled, I believe, by Myra Castro.
Salcido got the rebound, then pushed it out to Myra.
And so it's going to come down Buendia. Oh, and
wow,
Buendia gets it stripped
away.
As she runs it, or somebody runs into her, but Brose takes it. And so another turnover. That's 10 for Lovington. But Carlsbad has, 8 as well?
9.
9 now. And they're just going to look for position. Oh, Gonzalez drives in the lane, puts up a shot. Oh, that's a bad foul.
Yeah, that was a swat foul.
And it was a bad, the ball was short. It was an air ball and was not going to fall. And they're going to call that on Elizabeth Buendia. That's only her first. But your score is 14-6. Lovington leading 3.
From the line to catch back up with the clock stop.
And
Zumbrun, they are very deliberate.
Zumbrun comes out. Gonzalez misses that one, so she's missed all 3 of her shots so far in this game from the line, and she is the only Carlsbad girl to go to the line. Of course, that one she makes. So 14-7 your score now. Carlsbad cutting into that lead just a little bit. Lovington with the ball. Buendia runs a point, brings it down, gets it to Malaya Castro on the left, gets it back. Getting double teamed, worked on hard by Dugan. Passes off to Malaya Castro. Malaya tries another 3-point shot. It won't fall, and this time Oliver with the rebound, her third. Leaves it off for Dugan. Dugan running the point, crosses center line, getting worked on by Cardenas. Gives it off to Brose. Brose to Oliver on the left wing. Brose gets it back. Oliver thinking about the 3. Malaya Castro staying in front of her. Oh, and a bad pass right back to Oliver. Oliver was not ready for that from Brose. It goes out of bounds, so that's turnover number 10 for Carlsbad. Give it to Lovington, and Lovington still leading this one, 14-7. Only 2:56 left to play, and there's a timeout. Yep, a timeout is being taken. It's a full one. I think Chief Ridgeforth taking the timeout. So we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lovington Lady Cat basketball from Carlsbad.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lady Cat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com, where Lovington is leading Carlsbad 14-7 here at Caveman Gym. And it is a really interesting first half of this game. Not at all what I thought I would see, but Lovington doing a really nice job in doing some of the things that we talked about, before the game that they needed to do. And one of those is to contain and slow down Abby Dugan. and to try to cut off and keep Gonzalez from just getting feeds right underneath the basket and dunking and just putting it up and in and up and in and up and in. And Carlsbad having a little bit of trouble with their offense, and Lovington doing a nice job so far. They will get the ball to start out of their timeout. As they inbound, get it to Buendia. Buendia passes it off. Quick, sharp passing, trying to keep from turning it over. And a feed in the lane underneath the basket to Barunda is up and in, and she's got 2 more points. She's got 4 in the game now, make it 16-7 as Dugan takes the ball, gives it off to Carrasco, to Oliver in the right wing. They pass it over on the left side, back over to Oliver. And now Carlsbad stops Carrasco trying to pop a shot from the top of the arc. It won't fall, and that was Barunda with another rebound, her third. They bring it down, and Aranda in the game for Lovington now from the right corner. She pops a 3-pointer and makes it 19-7. As Lovington has stretched this out, and they need to continue to do that if they can.
And this is the danger zone right here for Carlsbad. As we mentioned earlier, they are not built for the comeback.
That's right, and a 30-point attempt is up, but no good, and the rebound bounces out and comes to Oliver, her fourth. And then the whistle in the lane is they're going to say Lovington and Salcido, Erlene Salcido, with a foul against Gonzalez. That'll send Gonzalez to the line, and she sinks that one. So now she's 2 of 5 from the line, and Gonzalez is still the only Cave girl to go to the free throw line. Salcido with 2 fouls on her. And coming out for Lovington, for Carlsbad, you got Tindorf and Zumbrun coming out. And Gonzalez sinks that one as well. So 19-9 now, a 10-point lead by Lovington. And Lovington passing the ball around the outside of the arc. Oh, a bad pass. Is she going to be able to save it? No, as the pass went from the left corner all the way out to Buendia, and it was too high, and she chased it, but it goes out of bounds. So a turnover by Lovington. Give it to Carlsbad. Dugan runs a point, passes it off, and now 52 Brown is in the game for the first time for Carlsbad. To Green. Green, top of the arc. And then they give it off to 14 Carrasco. She tries a 3-point shot. It won't fall. Brown with the rebound. The putback no good. And then, was it Buendia? Salcido got the rebound. Gives it to Buendia. And coming down, Buendia takes that little slide step as she was passing it off into the left corner.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation. She couldn't decide to shoot it or pass it, and instead she travels and gives it back to Carlsbad. Right. 12th turnover for the Lady Cats.
19-9 your score here with a minute left to play in this second quarter. Carlsbad passing around outside of the arc. Green's got it. Tries a 3-point shot from the right side. Won't fall, and that's going to be 14 Carrasco with the rebound. She passes it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it to Dugan. Dugan drives in, puts up a shot, and gets fouled. Are they going to call that on Salcido or who was my Malaya Castro?
Yeah,
Malaya was also right by her, so she was my second choice on who was going to get that. That's going to put Dugan at the line. Dugan was almost perfect in that game against Carlsbad, against Lovington a couple of weeks ago. So she cuts into that lead and has a chance to make another point. It's 19-10 now, and the second one up and good. She doesn't miss much at the free throw line. 19-11, just an 8-point lead by Lovington now, as Lovington slowing down a little bit. Buendia crosses timeline, walking across, looking to leave it off, leaves it for Myra Castro. Myra immediately double teamed and gets it back out to Buendia. Buendia back to now Malaya Castro. Malaya driving around, looking for room, uses upper dribble, gives it to Myra Castro. Myra drives around to Buendia. Buendia now drives in the lane, has to kick it out. Malaya at the wing thinks about the 3, but Carlsbad quickly gets in her face. So she has to leave it off for Buendia. Buendia now, it looks like Lovington's playing maybe for the last shot. Finally, they give it to Barunda. Barunda was going to give it to Salcido in the lane, but Salcido just not ready for that hard, sharp pass, and it goes out of bounds. So another turnover And now 7.2 seconds left. You got to think that Carlsbad's going to drive down and try to get a last-second shot off. Dugan's got it, but Lovington doing a really good job. Buendia and Malaya staying in front of Dugan, keeping her from being able to take a shot or even pass it off. So time expires, and at halftime, Lovington is still leading 19-11 over Carlsbad. We'll be back with your halftime report right here, Lovington Lady Cat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from Carlsbad. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and your score at halftime, Lovington 19, Carlsbad 11. What a stunner. Let's talk about how we got to this point and go over Carlsbad scoring, as I was only a couple of points and rebounds off. Not any points off, but a couple of rebounds off, as Zumbrin has 6 points, 2 rebounds for Carlsbad. Brose has a steal. Dugan has 2 points, a rebound, and a steal. That's the real shocker right there. Lovington has been able to contain her and keep her to just 2 points in the first half. This is the same. This is a gal.
Don't expect it to happen in the second.
Well,
at least not like it did in the first.
Dugan scored 25 points, 6 rebounds, and a couple of steals on Lovington, and only missed 1 free throw at the line during that game against in Lovington a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, onward. Carrasco had 1 rebound for Carlsbad. Bradford a rebound. Oliver with 4 rebounds. Gonzalez has 3 points, 4 rebounds in the game. So your leading scorer so far is Zumbrin with the 6 points for Carlsbad, and they're both Trays. For Lovington, your leading scorer so far in this one, Elizabeth Buendia, who started off the game hot with a couple of steals, and then 3 steals, actually. And then She scored all of her points, just boom, 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 including one of them a tray. So 7 points. She's got a rebound and 3 steals to go with that. And then you've got Malaya Castro with 5 points and a rebound. You've got Ashlyn Barunda with 4 points, 3 rebounds. You've got Aubrey Aranda with 3 points, a tray, and 2 rebounds. Then you've got Erlene Salcido with 4 rebounds, Myra Castro with a rebound, and Cardenas with a steal. So not a lot of scoring by either team really for halftime. Halftime score 19-11. That's the end of a first quarter score for a lot of teams and a lot of places, and probably was close to that. Lovington and Carlsbad had their first game a couple weeks ago. So at turnovers, I've got Carlsbad with 10 in the game so far, and Lovington with 13. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so 10 for Carlsbad, 13 for Lovington. And I would say it's safe to say neither team has really capitalized on the turnovers by the other team.
No,
on steals, forced turnovers by good, aggressive, defense, and then just some errors and.
Well, they have. Team. Right now, Carlsbad is staying in this one from the line. They went 5 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half, so almost half of their points coming from the charity stripe. Lovington has only had 2 trips to the stripe. They've both been and ones, and they've missed them both. We talked about that in the pregame show. Lovington has got to be more consistent from the free throw line because right now Carlsbad is staying in this one from that line, and so very important. Lovington in that first half decided they were going to make Carlsbad beat them from the outside. That's
right.
why Zumbrin had so many open looks. Serena Carrasco had some open looks. Macy Garcia with a couple open looks. Samantha Oliver with a couple open looks, but didn't get them to fall. Lovington determined, all right, let's see how your outside shooting is, and we'll take it, but we're going to work on clogging up the lanes and not letting Dugan drive the lane, and we're going to keep Jasmine Gonzalez out of the low post and off of the off the baseline.
Yeah, and off the boards, quite a bit as well. I mean, Gonzalez has 4 rebounds, but Oliver has had to come in. Bradford's had to come in. Carrasco. So you've got other rebounders in Carlsbad. It's not just a 2-person game like it pretty much was the last game that these two teams played. It was all Dugan Gonzalez in that game for the most part. Well, Oliver fouled out, but so far. And if they're making adjustments at half, then Lovington's going to have to come back out and be doubly concerned about trying to contain Dugan and continue to try to keep Gonzalez out of the low post position.
Well, I would expect probably out of Carlsbad and Coach Matt Enlow, they are going to try and do more movement. They are probably not going to speed things up at all.
But they're going
to pass it more, and I expect them to see probably a little bit quicker passing and a little bit crisper passing, and they're going to work that movement. They're going to try to get Gonzalez in the back door, or they're going to try and get lanes opened up for Dugan to go. Now, for Lovington, you've got to think Coach Chief Bridgeforth, he's been doing this for a few minutes. He's going to know that that's probably what they're thinking, and he's telling his girls right now, you forced the turnovers, but you turned it over too many times yourself. Just play your game. Take an extra breath. Don't worry about the pressure, and take it to them. As we mentioned a couple of times, Carlsbad is really not built for the comeback. So if Lovington can just keep pace with them, Carlsbad is going to have a hard time getting enough points on the board, I think, to come back from 8 down. And if Lovington can go on a little run early, it could be lights out Irene.
Mm-hmm. They could, if they could go on a little run and get another 4, 5, 6 points off of some fast break opportunities, or turning over the ball, stealing and making points, getting their 3-point game fired up again already. They only have, Lovington has they've got 3 points from Aranda, Malaya Castro, and Buendia.
9 of their points are for beyond the line.
Yeah, so they have made 3 trays and haven't made free throws, but Carlsbad has trays, from Zumbrin and Zumbrin, yeah, that's it. Although almost everybody else has tried a 3-point shot. I think the coach has probably said, you know what, if you think you can make it a 3, take it, because the Lovington's keeping Carlsbad out of the paint, doing such a good job at that. It's forcing Carlsbad to use their perimeter game, and so far Zumbrin is the only one that's really popped the trays. I don't want to jinx things for that second quarter or that second half, but that's how we stand right now. 19-11 is your score, and we'll take another quick 30-second timeout and be back and tip off the second half here. Lovington Lady Cat basketball in Carlsbad.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Caveman Gym here in Carlsbad. Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Your halftime score is 19-11, just about getting ready to tip off this third quarter. Lovington leading by 8 points, and they know what they have to do. Out of the halftime, you know Carlsbad's changing their game plan a little bit, making adjustments, and Lovington inbounds from midcourt. It is Aranda to Buendia. Buendia across the top of the arc, passes it off to Barunda. Barunda drives in, puts up a nice little floater, but it does not fall. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be Gonzalez with it for Carlsbad. Lovington has got to finish those shots. I mean, that was a beautiful move, and it could have been another 2 points in the basket, but Carlsbad's going to pull up outside the lane. Zumbrun passing around the outside of the arc. Oliver tries a three-point shot in and out, and it is Buendia who skies for the rebound. Takes it down the court herself across the right side, getting worked on by Zumbrun. Gives it to Malaya. Malaya back to Buendia. Buendia tries the three-point shots, an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds, so it's going to be Carlsbad basketball. Again, two looks at the basket for Lovington, and neither one successful.
You've got to play quick, and I like that, but you've got to make sure that you're giving your team an opportunity. Take that extra half a heartbeat and make sure that the shot's right.
7 minutes left in the third. Carlsbad with the ball. Their end. Oliver with another try from the right wing, and it won't fall, and that's Barunda who skies for the rebound, her fourth. Whistle sounds. It goes, out of bounds?
Yeah, got swatted out.
It's right underneath us. We can't really see the action. It was not a foul. It just went out of bounds. Stays Lovington basketball. They inbound, get it to Buendia. Buendia over to Malaya Castro. Malaya all the way over to Barunda. Barunda is going to drive in from the left side. Oh, and she's trying to pass it to Salcido, and it's a bad pass, stolen away, and another turnover for Lovington. Dugan's got a no-look pass over in the left corner to 30 to Bradford. Gets it back. Ooh, good defense on her. Aranda very tight. She leaves it off for Zumbrun midcourt. Zumbrun works over to the left. Calls for Corinne Bradford to come forth. They get it back to Zumbrun. Zumbrun now to Gonzalez in the lane. Ho-ho! And the shot up no good, and it is Buendia who
Barunda with the rebound.
Right, and they gives it to Buendia. Bringing it all the way down. Buendia drives the lane, puts up a shot, won't fall, and the rebound is Jasmine Gonzalez.
Actually, that
was Oliver. That's right. As I said that, I'm realizing my error. Oliver. They pass it around, get it to Dugan. Dugan gives it to Zumbrun. Zumbrun works over to the left, back to Oliver on the right wing. Oliver back to Zumbrun on the left. She thinks about the three. Now gives it to Oliver. Oliver over to Jasmine Gonzalez on the right wing. She drives in, getting worked on. Good defense by Lovington. As Carlsbad still passing around outside the arc. Zumbrun top of the arc. They get it over there and to the right. Gonzalez again looking to work. Where it now works across the baseline. Thinks about the little alley-oop shot, and it's swatted away by Lovington. So another turnover by Carlsbad. Buendia's got it midcourt. Nobody pressuring her as they kick it back outside. Good sharp passing. A nice bounce pass to Malaya Castro in the corner. Back to Aranda. Aranda all the way back to Buendia. Buendia now passes in the lane to Barunda, and Barunda trying to get it to Aranda, and it's tied up. The ball is tied up. The arrow goes to Carlsbad. So Lovington working, trying to get somebody in the lane to put up the shot, and instead they just hang on to it a little too long, and they give Carlsbad a chance to get a hand on it.
I mean, we're 3 minutes into this third, and neither team has scored yet. The defenses have come to play, and the offenses, well, I think they left them in the locker room.
5 minutes left in this third quarter. Carlsbad inbounds. They work it down the court. They get it to Green. Green passes off to Dugan on the left wing. Dugan getting worked on by Aranda. Back to Green on the right wing. And Malaya Castro right there. And then they pass it and leave 21 open. She takes a three-point shot. It won't fall. Salcido with the rebound.
Her fifth.
Yeah, and they get it to Buendia. Buendia to Malaya Castro. Malaya in the right corner takes a three-point shot, won't fall, and that is going to be Garcia with the rebound. They leave it off for Dugan. Now Dugan to Green. Green runs the point. Pulls up top of the arc. Gets it over to Garcia. Garcia back, and Garcia now tries a throw, and she pops a three-point shot.
Maybe not the prettiest shot you'll ever see,
No,
but it works, and it cuts
did.
it down to a 5-point Lovington
So
lead. They
now,
need to answer.
19-14, Lovington very definitely needs to answer. And they do get the ball in the lane, a pass over to Barunda. She puts up a shot, it falls, and she draws the foul. And there's an assist. I think that was Buendia who passed the ball to her.
Yeah.
And now, not only does she get the bucket, but she gets fouled by Gonzalez. So that's just the second foul on Gonzalez. And it will put Barunda at the line.
And Gonzalez is going to come out of the game for
right,
Klusner.
For Klusner, for Carlsbad. And Lovington's got Buendia, Malaya Castro, Myra Castro. Oh, and up and good.
Hey, about time we got one from the line, but we
That's
answered
right.
the three-pointer.
That's right. 22-14 now as Lovington in the lead, and a bad pass is still corralled by Carlsbad as they bring it down. Dugan tries to put up a shot. It won't fall, and Cardenas with the rebound, but then Cardenas travels. That's the second time that has happened as Cardenas has been revved up and ready to take the ball, and she's just taken that Euro step.
Yeah, you got to remember, you got to dribble before you pick up that other foot, and Louisa hadn't done that a couple of times. I'm sure they'll get it fixed.
Sure. As give it over to Cave Girls. Green's going to have it right side. Give it to Garcia. Back to Green. Green takes a three-point shot from the right wing. It won't fall. The rebound comes down. It's controlled by Garcia. Garcia to Dugan. Back to Green. Now back to Garcia. Lovington doing a good job of getting there. And, now they do leave open. They leave Garcia open. She takes a three. Then a fight for the rebound. A second shot is up by Carlsbad. It won't fall. And the rebound by Barunda, actually, and it come down, but it goes out of bounds, and last touch by Carlsbad. So stay Lovington ball as they will inbound right underneath us. I can barely see who that is. That's going to be Buendia inbounding to Malaya Castro. Back to Buendia. No defensive pressure on Buendia. Now Dugan steps up at the top of the arc. Back to Malay on the right wing. Dugan swats it away, but Salcido there to save it and get it back to Buendia. Now Buendia drives in through the lane, looking to...
Wow,
they're going to call a jump ball. That's amazing. As I thought it was going to be a foul as she was driving in the lane, going to put up a little shot, and I thought that she was drawing the foul. Instead, Carlsbad with a hand on the ball, but the arrow goes the way of Lovington. So the Lady Cats keep the ball. Buendia will inbound, gets it out to Malaya Castro. Malaya leaves it off for Myra. Myra drives around, leaves it off for Buendia. Buendia works back top of the arc. And Elaine, she goes in. They're going to say offensive foul. So they call her for the charge, and that's going to be the
third personal on Salcido.
on Salcido. Give it over to Carlsbad. They're going to inbound right in front of the Lovington bench, bring it all the way across the court. That is Carrasco running the point now. Over to Green. Green works the ball. And it's taken away by Malaya Castro, but Green gets it back. Nice hustle. Good work by Malaya. So Green, they pass it off, and
they're going to call Salcido for the foul.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball
call
into
it both
Garcia.
ways, Stripes.
Getting the ball into Garcia in the lane, and they're going to call Malaya the foul on Malaya. I think.
Nope, it's on
Salcido, her fourth. Wow,
yeah.
Okay. So Salcido will come out of the game, and Cardenas is in. Carlsbad inbounds. They get it to Green, and Green pulls up with a little 10-foot floater and puts it up and in. So 2 points for her first of the game, 22-16 now. Lovington still leading, 2:25 left in the third. Malaya drives in, tries to put up a shot, fight for the ball. Barunda's got it. Malaya actually. No,
it was Malaya.
It was Barunda who, and she handed it off to Castro. Lovington is going to pass around the outside of the arc. And they're going to say a travel.
I'm not sure so much on that one. That one was right on the line. That's the 18th turnover for Lovington.
Wow. 14,
still a 6-point
13,
lead,
14,
though, 22-16.
Yep, and 2 minutes left to play in this third quarter. So Lovington's still in front, but they need to add to that as Carlsbad's doing their best to chip into it, and they will right there with Carrasco up and in, a three-pointer, and that puts Carlsbad within 3 points now. Buendia passes over to Barunda. Barunda kicks it out to Malaya Castro. She tries a three-point shot. It won't fall, and that is going to be Carlsbad with the rebound, as that was Bradford. Loses a handle, but Carlsbad keeps control. They're within 3 now. Lovington's got to pick this up. And another three-point shot on the way for Carlsbad. It won't fall. There's a fight for the rebound. Bradford's got it, but they call the foul.
On Bradford.
That's
so
right, on
no
Bradford.
Rebound,
so no rebound for her in the books, and give it over to Lovington. They actually give it a little bit of a break there. And Buendia comes out of the game for Lovington. And inbounding will be Aranda. She gets it to Myra Castro. Myra getting double teamed. The instant Myra gets the ball, Carlsbad gets a double, gets 2 girls on her, and the ball goes out of bounds, but it stays Lovington basketball. They inbound again. Malaya Castro leaves it off for Barunda. Barunda drives the lane, and the ball is swatted away, taken away by Green, and then she loses the handle on the ball, and they're still going to call Lovington for the foul.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Aranda. That's her first personal third team foul. So Lovington in a little bit of foul trouble and a little turnover trouble. Some of them, I'm just going to say kind of on the line.
So
but
Carlsbad,
Lovington can't let it get them down. Can't let it get to them.
Carlsbad brings the ball down. That's Green with it. Passes outside of the arc, all the way back around. Carlsbad with a little energy now, as they are within 3 points of getting this. Yeah, no, it's 22-19.
Yeah, that's 3. You're right. Sorry, my bad.
All right, Green at the top of the arc. Gets it back over to Carrasco. Back to Green. Good defense by Lovington, keeping him out of the paint, and keeping him from being able to shoot threes. A bad pass corralled by Bros, though.
Almost
to
a
Green
travel on Carrasco
and
over
to
there.
Carrasco, and then back as Carlsbad being patient, trying to break through Lovington defense. As Lovington doing a very nice job here. There. Carlsbad, they're going to say a foul? An offensive?
Yep, they're going to call. They're going to call Carrasco for a bump on the noggin.
Head. So Carrasco with the foul, and it'll be on the floor.
As Chief Bridgeforth just kind of shakes his head and throws his hands in the air.
All right, Cardenas, not Carrasco. Cardenas.
Right, Cardenas. Yeah. Sorry.
So Carlsbad will keep the ball. They inbound to Green. Green passes it off, gets it back all by herself, top of the arc, tries to pop a shot, won't fall, and Carrasco with a rebound. That's an important one. And now she gets the ball back, and Garcia, with her second tray of the game, ties it up.
14.
As Carrasco, 22 all. Carrasco. And now coming the other way at the buzzer at the end of the third, Malaya Castro trying to put Lovington ahead, misses the shot, but we are tied at the end of 3. It's 22 all, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter and finish this one up here as Lovington and Carlsbad are tied back in 30 seconds with more Lady Cat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Carlsbad Gym, as Lady Wildcat basketball has become very exciting in this third quarter. Carlsbad managed to pull up and tie Lovington, although they did that by scoring 11 points. They outscored Lovington 11-3 in that third quarter. Carlsbad did exactly what they needed to do. Lovington had shots and looks, but were not able to keep Carlsbad from tying it up. So we start the fourth quarter all even now. And Carlsbad inbounds. They get it to Carrasco, to Green. Green on the left wing, won't fall. And that's going to be Aranda with the rebound. I've got her as with 3 or 4 rebounds.
3 now.
And they give it to Buendia. Buendia loses the handle on
and
it.
Again,
She's
a bump
trying
that's
to
not called. Call it both ways,
but
guys.
it was sloppy ball handling too. It was a bad pass meant for Aranda, and Carlsbad took advantage of it. And Carlsbad gets it back. Green trying for the 3 from the left wing. Won't fall, but guess who? Gonzalez with the rebound. They kick it out, and they get it to Carrasco, and she pops her third tray of the game and puts Carlsbad up 25-22.
First time they've been ahead in the game.
Lovington trying to fight for the ball, and it's stolen away anyway as Dugan scores a steal.
20th turnover for the Lady Cats.
Dugan leaves it off for Green. Green top of the arc, gets it over to Garcia. Garcia pulls up and just pops another tray as Lovington left her wide open again.
Carrasco,
actually, yeah, number 14, Carrasco, that's right. As Lovington leaves her wide open, and she makes them pay. And now it's 28-22, and a timeout being taken. And we'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Cat basketball from Carlsbad.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Carlsbad as things are interesting in this fourth quarter. Carlsbad has pushed their lead to 6 points, 28-22, but out of the Lovington timeouts, Lovington basketball, they inbound midcourt, get it to Buendia. Buendia leaves it off for Malaya Castro. Malaya to Aranda. Aranda back to in the lane, and so that's Barunda having some trouble corralling it, but she manages to keep it. And now they pass it out to Malaya. Malaya tries a three-point shot, no good, but Buendia with the rebound. And they pass it in the lane. A shot is up, no good, but there is a foul, and it will send Buendia to the line, and that's going to be on Zumbrun. So
actually
that's
going to whistle that one on Klusner.
On Klusner, yeah, I thought so. Even the announcer here thought that it was going to be on Zumbrun. And Buendia.
First points for Buendia since the first quarter.
That's right, and that's nice. Comes at a good time. She can give it another point and get Lovington within 4 if she sinks this one. 28-23 your score right now. 6:25 left in this fourth quarter in the game. Wendy at the line. A lot of pressure. Eyes it, skies it, and nothing but net. Beautiful. Good pressure free throws by Buendia. Carlsbad with the ball. They get it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez brings it down, gives it to Green on the left wing. Back to Gonzalez, top of the arc. Over to Carrasco. Got to stay on her tight. She's popped 4 trays. The ball's loose out of a bad pass. Malaya Castro ties it up, and it's going to go the way of blue.
Are they going to call the tie? Are they going to call a foul? They're discussing jump ball or foul. And they're going to call, the jump ball.
And I think it's blue. Yep, it is blue.
And that'll be just the third turnover in the second half for Carlsbad. Now Lovington needs to capitalize.
They definitely will have the ball and a chance to eat into that 4-point lead by Carlsbad. 28-24 with 6 minutes left to play in this game. Buendia's got it. Getting worked on. A nice pass right underneath the basket. That was beautiful. And that was actually to Greben. Carly Greben in the first, seeing her first minutes of the game. And yes, that puts Lovington within 2. 28-26 your score. Carlsbad bringing it down. They get it to Dugan, top of the arc. She pulls back, getting worked on Buendia. Gets it to Green, left wing. Green right back over to Carrasco. Carrasco kicks it out to Dugan. Carlsbad just playing for position. And now Carrasco drives in, fakes a shot, kicks it over to Dugan. Dugan back around, and now with nobody in her face, she pops it. That's Dugan who pops the tray. Carlsbad very patient on that, and now it's back up to a 5-point lead, 31-26 for Carlsbad. Lovington trailing only by 5 with time to do it. Bad pass. Buendia gets it taken away, and it is number 30, Bradford, who comes down all the way, going to put it in. It doesn't fall, but she draws the foul. 31-26 your score. Bradford will go to the line, and they're going to call that on Aranda. That's her second. And Bradford has no points in the game. And still no points. First one goes in and out. She got a rebound, a couple of rebounds in the game. She'll have a second shot at it. 5:06 left to play in the game, and this one also is not going to fall, and that is Barunda skying for the rebound. That's a good one. Gives it off to Buendia. Buendia to Malaya Castro. It's knocked away by Dugan. Stake Lovington ball.
Nope.
No?
They're going to say that,
No.
That Castro touched it last, and Chief arguing. But
yeah. I thought it was very clear that
I thought it was too.
That Dugan touched it last, and Malaya's saying,
they're going to say Malaya touched. They're saying Malaya touched it.
Okay, well, and got to be. All right, so they're thinking about it, talking about it. It's going to stay blue ball.
All right, they changed their mind.
All right. So Malaya Castro will inbound from right in front of the Lovington
Coach
bench.
Inlow going, why'd you change your mind? Coach, you've had so many go your way tonight. I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
And I think the ref is going to not tee up, but just give a warning to Malaya Castro, and they're going to sit her on the bench, and Knapp is going to come in for Malaya.
Nope,
they did. They
did
tee her up. So
and that's a turnover,
yep.
And that means they get to shoot free throws on the other side.
And Dugan, misses. That's a rare miss by Dugan. Maybe as they say, ball don't lie.
Maybe.
So she'll get a second chance at it, though. 31-26 your score. Dugan at the line. And this one is going to go in. So a miss and a make gives Carlsbad the 6-point lead, and the ball, they'll inbound Zumbrun at midcourt. Gets it into Dugan. Carlsbad with a 6-point lead, 4:50 left to play in the game. Lovington's got to turn things around right here. They have got to steal the ball, make points. And that's a pass in the lane right underneath the basket. Gonzalez puts it up and in and gets fouled. So 34-6, and they're going to call that on Malaya Castro. No, they're going to call that on Barunda. And Barunda will come out, and Salcido will come in. Salcido playing with 4 fouls on her, and puts Jasmine Gonzalez at the line, and that's no good. So she misses that. Lovington with the ball.
Good rebound by Greben.
And Buendia has it. She's going to run top of the key, puts it into Aranda's hands, and then Aranda, that's a bad pass. As a turnover, gives it right back to Carlsbad.
She had the wide open look at 3, but Lovington choosing to move it around a little bit there.
And Carlsbad now going to move it around. Green takes a look at a 3, and Dugan gets the rebound, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Lovington ball. So Aranda will inbound from right underneath where we are and get it to Buendia. 34-26. 8-point lead by Carlsbad as 4 minutes left in this one. Lovington's got to cut into it now. Nice work as that they pass it. Greben passes into Salcido right underneath the basket. Salcido, before she is going to put up a shot, but she is going to get fouled by Bradford. And that puts Salcido at the line for 2. And up and no good. So while Lady Cats need all the points that they can get here, as they bring Green and Zumbrun out, and they send Oliver and Gonzalez back in the game. You got Gonzalez in the blocks on the right side, and that one is going to miss as well. Fight for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lovington.
And over the back on Aubrey Aranda, so that'll be the 4th personal on Lovington.
She's got 3 fouls on her now. Carlsbad with the ball. Gonzalez to Dugan. Back and forth. She still finally crosses the timeline. Gets it to Oliver. Pass bad, but kicked back out to Oliver. And a 3-point shot up and away from Carrasco. She's got 5 trays in the game. 37-26. Lovington with the ball. Buendia stumbles a little bit at the top of the arc. And they're going to call a foul
on Carrasco.
Yeah, I was waiting to see and hear for sure. So that'll be on the floor, though. And Lovington inbounds. They get it to Buendia. She drives across the baseline, kicks it out to Salcido, and the ball is picked up, stolen away. Another turnover by Lovington. Dugan runs down, runs the point, bounce pass to Gonzalez on the right wing into Carrasco. Carrasco drives, kicks it out to Dugan. Dugan drives in. She puts up a floater. It won't fall. And Salcido with the rebound. Gets it to Buendia. Buendia going coast to coast, puts it up and in and draws the foul. They'll call that against Carrasco.
And 11 points now for Buendia.
And makes it 37. Did they put the points up? Come on, yeah. 37-28 is your score. And it'll be Buendia at the line. Buendia. Eyes it, skies it, nothing but net. And her last 3 points have come from the line. All the points in the second half for her have come from the line.
No, she did just get the bucket.
Oh, that's right. That's
true.
I just didn't write her. Yeah, I didn't write it down. And that's the second one also misses. So a miss from her. Give it to Carlsbad. Coming back down the other way. And it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, pass too high. And so that'll be the 15th turnover for the Cave Girls.
12, 13, 14, 15. Give it to Lovington. And that's going to be Cardenas running the point. Drives the lane, puts up a little floater. It won't fall. A fight for the rebound, and it looks like Greben had it.
And they're going to call Greben for the foul on the rebound.
Rats. So she doesn't get. No, they're going to
call it on them. Wow.
Yeah, so Greben
time,
gets the rebound, and Oliver gets called for the foul and puts Greben at the line. The Lady Cats trail 37-29, and does not work as it hits the right side of the rim and falls away. But she's got another chance at it. 37-29, Lovington trailing by 8, 2:58 left to play in the game. Greben could sink this second one. Oh, does not. It goes off to the left this time. Fight for the rebound as Cardenas wants to get it, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lovington, and it'll be Carlsbad ball. Lovington led the first half. Carlsbad tied it up at the end of the third quarter, and the fourth quarter has been all Carlsbad.
Just too many turnovers and too many fouls.
Too many missed opportunities.
Yep, exactly.
Dugan leaves it off for Carrasco. Carlsbad just going to burn some time, eat some clock, play it. Dugan drives across the baseline, puts it up and in. So Dugan with 2 more points makes it
39-29.
Yes, 39-29. Sorry, my score bug just kind of wigged out, but I got it back. Lovington with the ball. A shot up, no good, but that's Greben with her third rebound. Gives it off to Cardenas. Cardenas drives in, kicks it out to Aranda. Aranda pops a 3 from the right corner. Nice work. Her second tray of the game. Gets Lovington back in it. 39-32 and a timeout taken. We'll see. It's a full 60. So we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lovington basketball from Carlsbad.
A smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Carlsbad Caveman Gym as the Lady Cats fighting for their lives here, trailing by 7 with just 2 minutes, 13 seconds left on the clock in this game, a game where they led the first half and really controlled and contained Carlsbad. Carlsbad came back and outscored them 11-3 in the third quarter, and now in the fourth quarter Carlsbad's had chances to put it away, and they have not been able to do that, owing in part to some good defense by Lovington. Lovington's got to make it happen right now, though. They're running out of time, trailing by 7. After the timeout, Carlsbad basketball. They'll bring it all the way from that end of the court. Dugan with the ball, getting worked on by Greben. And I think they're going to call Greben for the foul. Yes, they will, as Greben was on her just a little too tight.
And that will put Carlsbad in the bonus.
And Dugan at the line. And Dugan doesn't miss many. She's 2 for 3. No, she's 4 of... Yeah,
3 of 4.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of 4 at the line. And
4 of 5.
Makes this one now. 40-32. Back to an 8-point lead by Carlsbad. Dugan, another chance. And she buries that one as well. So 41-32 now.
And she has 10 points in the game now for Carlsbad.
2 minutes left to play in this one. Buendia with the ball for Lovington. Driving across, pulls up, tries a shot, won't fall. Grebe with the rebound. Her putback is blocked, but then she puts it up and in. And 41-34. Lovington with some work to do in this last minute, 40 seconds left to play. Carlsbad with the ball. Gonzalez on the right wing, getting worked on by Buendia. They leave it off for Green. Carlsbad, you got to feel, is just going to kind of eat some clock, work the ball around the outside of the arc. Almost a backcourt violation, but Bradford corrals it. Leaves it off for Dugan. Dugan over to Gonzalez in the right corner. Back out to Carrasco. Carrasco is going to work around to the left to Green. Lovington's just going to have to foul. That's going to be their only choice
as soon
here.
as they get it back to Garcia or Gonzalez, they need to foul her.
Dugan passes it back to Carrasco, back to Dugan. Carlsbad smart. They're going to try to keep Dugan with the ball because she's such a sure shot at the line. They give it to Green. Green loses the handle off of good pressure by Aranda. Goes out of bounds, so it'll be Lady Cat basketball. So they get a chance at it without fouling.
But they burn nearly a minute off of the clock right there.
That was a good strategy by Carlsbad. They go to Buendia. Buendia, top of the arc, moves around. Moves it off for Salcido. Salcido moves it around. Leaves it off. Oh, going to get it to in the right corner to Borunda. Borunda works it. Gets it back to Buendia. Buendia pulls up. Tries a shot. Won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It's brought down by Bradford. And then she loses the handle on it. And they're going to call the foul. And they're going to call a foul on, it's going to be on Grebe, no, on Salcido, and that should be her fifth. I think she fouls out. Is that her fifth or fourth?
That is number
fifth.
5, so she's done.
She fouls out of the game.
6 rebounds, no points for Salcido.
And that's going to put Bradford at the line. She's 0 for 1 at the line. And Myra Castro will come in for Salcido, who fouls out with 6 rebounds, is what I've got her down for.
6 rebounds,
6 rebounds in the game.
And really, when the story of this game is written, it's it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, Bradford, the shot is up and in. So she makes it 42-34 here. 42-34, 33 seconds on the clock, and makes that one as well. So 43-34, Buendia with the ball, 30 seconds left in this game. Drives down, looking for room. Kicks it out to Aranda. Aranda travels. Aranda thought about the 3, and you could see her, and it made her hesitate, and that little hesitation when she started forward again.
And Chief Bridgeforth says take the shot. He was hollering, when you're that open, take the shot.
And there was nobody in front of her, and she has made Aranda has made 2 threes in the game from that corner. Carlsbad trapping up Knapp in the back court, and finally I think it's going to be a timeout, taken by Carlsbad because Dugan was in trouble. Lovington was trapping her up in the back court, and it is a full 60, so we'll take it. Be back in 30 seconds with the rest of this game from Carlsbad. Lovington Lady Cat basketball.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Out of the timeout, the Lovington timeout. It's going to be the final 17.4 seconds of this game, as it'll be Carlsbad basketball, and it's going to be Gonzalez inbounding from the far end of the court. Gonzalez will get it to Dugan. Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lady Cat basketball from Carlsbad on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com, as Carlsbad was able to come from behind after trailing the whole first half and win this one 43-34. Lovington led at the end of the first quarter 7-3. Lovington led at halftime 19-11. Then it was tied at the end of 3 at 22 apiece, and then Carlsbad ended up winning 43-34. TJ Miracle has stats on exactly how we got to that score and to this outcome.
Well, thank you very much. As the Carlsbad Cave girls, led by the three-point shooting of Serena Carrasco, Lovington said, hey, you're going to have to beat us from outside.
Yeah, they did.
And they did. Serena Carrasco buries 5 trays, finishes up with 15 points to lead the way for the Cave girls. 10 points for Abby Dugan. Then you had 6 points in the books for Cameron Zumbrin. You had 5 points for Jasmine Gonzalez, 3 points Macy Garcia, and then 2 points for each Corrine Bradford and Tanisha Green. 10 of 17 from the free throw line. That's what the Cave girls do. They turn the ball over 16 times in the game. They have 24 rebounds as a team. For Lovington, leading scorer tonight was Liz Buendia. She finishes up with 12 points. Only Lady Cat in double figures. 7 points for Ashlyn Barunda, 5 for Malaya Castro, 6 for Aubrey Aranda, and 4 points for Carly Greben. Leading rebounder tonight was Barunda with 7. Lovington out-rebounded the Cave girls 28-24. They way too many turnovers, 25 turnovers in the game for Lovington, and only 40% from the line, 4 of 10 from the free throw line.
So some things were better. They did we talked before the game that they needed to do, and they really executed well on defense in that first half, and their offensive shooting just wasn't what it needed to be, but they had the lead at halftime. But then Carlsbad outscored them 11-3 in that third quarter to tie things up, and they were able to just come out and keep Lovington from being able to launch any offense and come back whatsoever in that fourth quarter. So too many turnovers, too many missed opportunities, too many misses at the line, and didn't trust themselves to take a few of those outside shots when they were open. But still a good effort, a good solid effort, and Lovington can come away knowing that they led that whole first half and put up a good fight against Carlsbad. Lovington falls to 12-7 with the loss, but again, this is to a 5A team, and Lovington will be back in action on Monday. The girls' game starting at 5:30 against Chaparral at Wildcat Gym, followed by the boys. Speaking of the boys, we have Lovington boys action against the Cavemen coming up in just a few minutes. They're warming up right now. We have 15 minutes left on the pregame clock, so we will take a timeout and take a couple 3 minutes and make some
we'll be
adjustments.
more than 3
and-
minutes.
Well, it'll take a few minutes, and we'll be back. And I just said 2 or 3 minutes, just as a general. So we'll take as much time as we need, and we'll be back for the call on the boys game coming up in just a little while right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Oh.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Cave in Carlsbad as we get ready for Game 2 of our Lovington Wildcat Lady Cat doubleheader. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Thanks for being with us tonight as the Lovington Wildcats boys now going to try and take down the 5A Carlsbad Cavemen. So as we get ready for the start of this one, when these two teams met a couple of weeks ago back at our place, it was Carlsbad winning 57-49 in that ball game. An absolutely magnificent performance for Julian Arroyo as he exploded for 27 points in that game, but really was about all Lovington had. Nobody else in double figures. Micah Pondo was next on the list with 8. Then it drops off from there. That was the game that Cale Covington was injured in, and so that takes a big presence out of the middle for Lovington. But they have a chance. It's a lot like the girls' game, Dawn Morgan. If the Wildcats can get out to a lead and then not get rattled, they can take it to this Carlsbad team. They want to be tough. Carlsbad wants to be tough. They want to be physical, but they want to be very methodical.
Yeah, they do. In that game, that last game against Carlsbad, Lovington was able to not only were they doing a good job of rebounding, but they had more offensive rebounds than Carlsbad did. Lovington had 8 and Carlsbad had 5 offensive rebounds in that game. Lovington, by doing that, giving themselves more looks at the basket. They certainly took more shots at the basket as well. Lovington and had a lot of cold shooting. I mean, they had cold shooting woes that really just got worse in the second half instead of better. They were 6 of 16 in the first half, and in the they ended up all total, 14 of 39 in that game. So they took a lot of shots at the basket, and if they had just made, even 5 or 6 more of those fall, they would have won the game. It's always coulda, woulda, shoulda, but when you look back, when you lose, any game less than 10 points, what you look and you see is, wow, if we had just made a few more free throws and gotten 3 more shots to fall, or if we had, you can always say that, but Lovington definitely could have won that game.
Well, they certainly could have, and so they're going to be looking for a little revenge back here at the home of the Carlsbad Cavemen. Lovington now 11-7 on the season, but they are getting some love. They are the number 8 ranked team right now in the Max Preps rankings in Class 4A, which means if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, Lovington would be in and they would get a home game. Carlsbad is 9-8 on the year. Right now they're number 17 in Class 5A, and looking at that 5A boys district, Carlsbad in that district with Hobbs, Clovis, and Roswell High, that's really one of those districts that it's a pretty good chance that maybe only the champion out of that district is going to make the playoffs. So Carlsbad is scratching and fighting and clawing for every win that they can get going into their district season. Now Lovington, after tonight, has one more tune-up before district starts next Friday night. They'll play Chaparral in Lovington on Monday night. You and I will have that game. It will be another doubleheader. Lady Cats first about 5:30, and then the Wildcats following at approximately 7 o'clock. So Coach Casey Pack is down talking with the officials, and I know he's going to tell his team, you got to play fast. We got to play our game. They want to play fast. They want to play tough. And if they can make Carlsbad play their game, it could be a good night for the Lovington Wildcats. So they're getting ready to introduce the teams out onto the court. I would be willing to bet we're probably going to have the national anthem as well.
Well, we did before the girls game, the Lovington Carlsbad girls game. We already had an anthem, so I don't know if they'll repeat that or not.
Well, I guess we will find out as we wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. Anything you need out in the patch, get it from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. WH and his whole team, proud supporters of Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics. Starting lineups in the tip-off coming up. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball from here in Carlsbad tonight from the Cave with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle, and I'm pretty sure that Carlsbad has the entire student body, the male student body, on their roster tonight. I thought you were limited to 14, but they literally have like 23. So anyway, great to have you with us here tonight as they still are introducing players. Starters tonight for your Lovington Wildcats. It'll be DeMarcus Thompson, Julian Arroyo, Elijah Rivero, Zadrick Betancourt, and Micah Pondo. And for the Cavemen, it'll be Kyron Orgain, Jacob Chavarria, Samuel G., Shane Sullivan, and Garrett Gossett. So for Lovington, it'll be starters we're used to. That is Thompson, Arroyo, Rivero, Betancourt, and Pondo. Still out injured, Cale Covington. For Carlsbad, it'll be Orgain, Chavarria, G. Sullivan, and Gossett. And it'll be DeMarcus Thompson. He will take the jump at center court as he will go up against Sullivan, and just about ready to go. The Cats in the road blues with Cats in script. Carlsbad in the home whites, and the opening tip-off is controlled by the Wildcats, and Arroyo gets it from Thompson and into the front court, so the Cats will have the first chance. Arroyo picks up the dribble, comes to the right side to Pondo. Orgain giving him a little room inside to Betancourt. Betancourt bounces into the right baseline with Thompson. Thompson, a bad pass. It'll go into the backcourt, and Rivero just going to have to watch that one go, and it'll be a backcourt violation and the first turnover for the Wildcats. Not what they wanted to see early. And so that'll give Carlsbad the basketball on their own baseline, so what they get it pretty much right under their own bucket to start things off. Orgain to inbound it from right of his own bucket. Lovington going to put on the pressure defense, and the high inlet comes to Sullivan. He'll get it over near side to Chavarria. Rivero on him as he'll cycle it from the right to the left. Takes it to the left wing, underhands it to G. G leaves it off for Orgain. Orgain picks up the dribble, gives it back to G in front of the Lovington bench. Back out to Sullivan, top of the arc, and in the high post with Sullivan, from Gossett. He's going to be fouled, the push foul, as they're going to whistle the hack on Pando. That'll be Micah's first personal, first team foul on the Wildcats. So it stays Carlsbad basketball. 40 seconds into this one as Chavarria will get the inbound. He'll move it around. Rivero keeps an eye on him, stays with him as he moves it in front of the Lovington bench to our right. Takes it in, long pass. Orgain somehow skies and saves it in the deep left corner. Comes around, leaves it off for G. Betancourt picks him up quickly, uses up the dribble, needs some help to Orgain. Wide open left corner for three, and that one is in and out. And fight for the rebound, and Gossett will wind up with it in the right block and up and in. Garrett Gossett with the rebound and the putback, and Carlsbad strikes first a minute into this one. They lead 2-0.
And off of giving themselves a second, third looks at the basket, offensive rebounds.
Arroyo pulls up from 17, and that one's off the back of the iron and off the floor, and it'll be Orgain with the rebound. He'll take it into the front court, works against Betancourt. Sprints across the free throw line, then backs it out as Arroyo will pick him up. 90 seconds gone in the first. Carlsbad leading 2-0. Orgain takes it to the left block, goes to the left baseline, and Sullivan somehow winds up with it. Point blank shot, no good. He gets his own rebound. His putback, no good. And the rebound finally going to be brought down by Thompson. And a whistle sounds as they are going to call the hold foul on Garrett Gossett. His first personal, first team foul on Carlsbad. It'll stay Lovington basketball as Carlsbad going to drop back into his own defense as Thompson will run things. Gets it to Arroyo as they cross into the offensive zone. Julian with the fake pass now goes deep left corner to Rivero. Rivero back out to Pondo with Chavarria picking him up. Bounce pass into the left base with Thompson. Gossett runs DeMarcus out. Picks up the dribble, gets it back to Julian between the rings, and Lovington will reset with 6 minutes to go in the first. Arroyo directs traffic as he takes it over to the far sideline to Betancourt. He works against Gossett, and he'll be fouled. That should be the second personal on Gossett. Tossed it out to Pondo, but not in time. Well, they're actually going to call the hack foul not on Gossett. So it was away from the basketball as they put that one up on G. His first personal as Gossett will check out. And checking in his place is a three from Arroyo, in and out, and the rebound going to be made by Ansares. And the rebound by G. Carlsbad already out-rebounding Lovington all over the place, 5-1. Chavarria to the front court. He'll take it into the left lane and lay it up with the left hand, up and in. They left him wide open, and it's a 4-0 run to start things off for the Cavemen. Lovington bouncing it to Betancourt. Ansares on him. To Rivero, the little head fake, back out to Z. Betancourt comes to the right side with Arroyo. Gets the pick from Betancourt, takes it in, and shot up, no good. Foul called, and they are going to whistle G for his second personal on the block, and that should put Arroyo at the line for two. They will whistle that one on G. Second personal, third team foul on the Cavemen. And now it'll be Arroyo from the line with the chance to get Lovington on the board, trailing 4-0. 5:13 remaining here in the first. First one for Julian is up, and it is good. So now Lovington on the board as G checks out, and coming in his place will be Bryce Mullins. So Arroyo makes the first. He'll eye the second, puts it up, and puts it down. Oh, Lovington cuts it in half as now Valente Herrera will come in for DeMarcus Thompson. Casey Pack hollering out where he wants everybody positioned on the defense. Lovington comes back. Looks like in a 2-3 man. Chavarria to the front court, gets it to Orgain. Back to Chavarria, top of the arc. Over to Mullins, to Chavarria, to Mullins, left wing. He'll move it around. They get it to Sullivan, then flip it into the middle, and it is stolen away by Arroyo. Julian off to the races, comes to the left lane and up and in for Arroyo, and Lovington ties it up at 4 apiece. 4:44 to go in the first. And like we did in the girls' game, we'll go ahead and apologize for some of the camera angles. We cannot see the underneath baseline here at the Cave. As they'll move it to Orgain in the right wing. Long cross-court pass to Mullins. Mullins to Chavarria, top of the arc. Thought about the three. Getting to him quickly was Rivero. Back to Mullins. Back to Chavarria. NBA three, top of the arc. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Pondo skying for the rebound. First one for Micah. He'll keep it himself as back comes Lovington on the offense. Betancourt works against Chavarria off of the handoff, loses the handle, but there to save it is Arroyo. Tries to split through two Cavemen, no good, and Herrera comes away with it. Val to Pondo, kicks it into the corner to Rivero, out to Betancourt, drives it into the left lane, underhand shot up and no good, and the foul going to get whistled. The block on Sudes, his first personal. Fourth team foul on Carlsbad, and Lovington will have a chance to take the lead from the line with Betancourt.
A fast-moving game, but a low-scoring one so far.
Yes, it is, as Betancourt heads to the line, puts up the first, and with the spin, gets it to go through the threads. Lovington now up 5-4 as Gossett checks into the ball game. Josiah Galindo in for Carlsbad. DeMarcus Thompson back in for Pondo. No, Betancourt at the line made the first. Eyes the second, puts it up and drains them both. Puts Lovington up by a score of 6-4. As now it'll be Chavarria off of the inbound. He'll bring it across the timeline. Lovington will drop back in defense. Now they're going to pick him up. Uses up the dribble. Goes over to the left side to Galindo. Back to Chavarria. Chavarria to Galindo. They're just going to play catch from the left wing. Galindo back to Chavarria in front of the Lovington bench. Pulls the trigger from there on the three-pointer. That one is off the mark. Thompson through everybody. Makes the grab. His second rebound. Hands it off to Arroyo. A little fake and bake. Three on the way. And that one is no good. And the rebound by Sullivan under the bucket and his second board. 6-4 Lovington in the lead. 3:14 remaining in the first quarter. To Chavarria. Picks up the dribble to Orgain near side. Ribeiro with him, goes to Galindo. Now back out. Chavarria. Little head fake, goes to the left baseline. Swatted away by Herrera, but into the hands of Sullivan, and he'll get it, and he'll get the bucket and the foul. Sullivan's first bucket of the ball game, and they will call Herrera for the hack. Now that'll be the first one on Valente. Second team foul on the Wildcats, and Sullivan goes to the line to try and put Carlsbad up by a point. 6-all. 2:57 remaining here in the first period. Micah Pondo will come back into the ball game for the Wildcats. For Ribeiro. Sullivan at the line for the Cavemen. First trip for Carlsbad to the line. Sullivan is up. It is off the mark, and Thompson will have his third rebound here in this first quarter. So all tied at 6. As Arroyo to the front court. Top of the arc to Betancourt. Trying to bounce it into the middle, and it is off of a leg. Goes into the backcourt where Pondo will get it. It was tipped, so it'll stay Lovington basketball. Betancourt, long cross-court pass. They'll get it to the free throw line with Thompson. Goes behind the back, then bounce into the right baseline. Betancourt uses up the dribble. Head fake, and then coming through is Arroyo. He drives hard to the bucket. It rolls around, no good, and it'll be Sullivan with the rebound, his third. He fought with Herrera, but Sullivan wins the fight. 6-all with 2:20 to go on a fast-moving first. Orgain crossed the timeline, directs traffic. Comes to Galindo, and they toss it into Sullivan, knocked away. Back down come the Wildcats as Pondo picks it up. Carlsbad got back quickly in defense. To Betancourt, right side. Galindo runs into him, no call. He'll back it up, now he'll take it. Top of the arc to the left elbow to Arroyo to Pondo. Left wing, three on the way. That one is off the mark, and another rebound for Thompson. Thompson comes hard to the rack, no good. Winds up still controlling, and his putback no good. Gets another rebound and finally going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. How many muggings do you have to have? I guess the answer is 3, as they will call the slap to the head on Huerta, who just checked into the ball game. His first personal 5th team foul. So Lovington will be in the double bonus. First for DeMarcus, in and out.
As that'll be Marcus coming back in for Lovington and Herrera in. As, let's see, Betancourt goes out, and Carlsbad also some substitutions.
To say Carlsbad has a deep bench would be an understatement.
Yeah, that's true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 kids. I didn't think you could have that many. Second one from Thompson, hits everywhere, and finally the bottom of the threads. DeMarcus is in the books and gives Lovington the 7-6 lead. 1:45 remaining here in the first. The Cats holding on to the slim lead. Chavarria coming near side to Priest. Priest to Galindo, back out to Chavarria. He'll get it over to Priest on the far sideline. Now come back. Galindo with it. Chavarria reset between the rings. They're just going to play catch. Now Chavarria will direct traffic. Pondo giving him a little space. Galindo thinks about the 3 and almost gets the pocket picked. Good hands there by Arroyo to get all ball and nothing else. Throw the fastball inside to Onsuris, and they will get it to Gossett, and he puts up a shot. No good. It is loose on the floor, and they will call the rebounding foul.
Yep,
and
on
it'll
15.
be on 15. So Onsuris, his second personal, and it will bring Lovington back down to shoot free throws. See where they're going to put at the line. I think they're going to put Anson Marquez there, so we will give Anson the rebound. And he'll head to the line on the foul. Marquez, not a lot of opportunities at the stripe so far, the halfway mark of the season. He'll head to the free throw line, and the first one is up, and it is down. Lovington leading now 8-6, 1:05 to go. As Arroyo going to head to the bench to take a breather as JoJo Perez comes in to spell him. Perez with a good game the other night. Second one on the way, and Anson gets them both. 3-point lead for the Cats, their biggest of the ball game. 9-6 the score as we click to the 1 minute mark in the first. Chavarria to the first, and that's where Perez will pick him up. Picks up the dribble, goes to Galindo. Galindo back to Chavarria. To Gossett in the left elbow. He's going to be forced out by 2 Wildcats. Now Galindo from the right baseline. Tosses around, and it'll be the big boy. 4-3. His shot is up. No good, and it'll be another rebound for DeMarcus Thompson, his 6th. DeMarcus will keep it himself to the front court. Now Lovington will set the offense with 35 seconds to go. Thompson to Pondo as they double team him quickly. To Perez, back to Pondo. Micah cycles through, leaving it for Thompson in the left wing. Back out to Perez, top of the arc. To Pondo, NBA 3, left wing, and bang! Micah Pondo drains the tray.
Beautiful shot, puts Lovington up by 6.
12-6 the score. Carlsbad going to go for the last shot. Galindo with it with 7. Get it to Sullivan in the left block, and he's going to be fouled. Tic-tac foul by Valente Herrera. Second personal on Val. Third team foul on the Wildcats. It is on the floor. And they will inbound it as Orgain will check back in for the Cavemen. They'll inbound it from just right of their own bucket. Arroyo's going to come in to guard Orgain as Priest and Pondo check out for the Cats and the Cavemen respectively. So Orgain to pull the trigger on the inbound with just under 5 seconds remaining in the first. They'll get it to Sullivan at the free throw line. Backs it out, fall away, and that one will go out of bounds as time expires on the first quarter. Lovington in the lead. 12-6 over the Cavemen. We'll take a timeout. Be back. Wildcat basketball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
At some point, you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Back here in Carlsbad at the gym they call the Cave on the campus of Carlsbad High School with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Tiffany B keeping an eye and an ear on things, running the 3-ring circus back at One Radio Square. Carlsbad basketball as the Cats lead by 6. 12-6 is the score. Chavarria gets the inbound. He'll come back to G. Then they'll go deep right corner. Orgain wide open for 3. That one is off the mark and off of the tip. It'll be Chavarria with the long rebound back out near the timeline. Brings it up, uses up the dribble. Left wing over to G in the left wing. From the right wing. Into Sullivan at the free throw line. Back to G. NBA 3 left corner, and that one is up and good. Samuel G with the 3-pointer. And they'll push it forward, overthrowing Anson Marquez. And just the second turnover for the Wildcats. And back to Carlsbad. Lovington leading now 12-9. Just the second turnover for Lovington, though. So Carlsbad will control it as Chavarria to the front court. Ribeiro on him. Long cross-court pass. Orgain thinks about the 3. He'll step out right corner. 3 on the way, and that one's good, and we're tied just like that. As Carlsbad has found the range. Push it down. Betancourt from the baseline out to Ribeiro. They'll work it around to Arroyo. He'll drive it in, and the 10-foot floater is up and good for Julian. He's got 6 in the ball game, and Lovington back up by 2. 14-12 is the score. Chavarria to the front court. Ribeiro on him. G with it. Back to Chavarria. Chavarria and G just going to play catch for a little while, looks like. They'll go inside to a wide open Sullivan. A block from behind by Betancourt and into the hands of Thompson. Thompson to Arroyo. Top of the arc. 3 ball and bang! Julian Arroyo now with 9 points. and Lovington back up by 5.
I think they said it was just a 2.
Wow.
So 17-12. Nope, they are back up by 5. 17-12.
So Chavarria with it. Into the corner, Orgain wide open for 3 once again, and that one is in and out. Another rebound for Thompson, his 7th.
Awesome. Good job on the board.
DeMarcus is having a whale of a first half on the glass. Arroyo directs traffic. No look pass to Rivero. They'll go right baseline to Marquez, then throw it back out off of the tip. It'll wind up in Betancourt's hands. Z will push it over to Rivero in front of the Carlsbad bench into the corner. Sullivan picking up Arroyo. Now Orgain will switch off on him. Julian, little head fake, goes to the right base, puts up the shot, and it goes, but he travels first. So wipe off the bucket, and it'll be the 3rd turnover for the Cats. They lead by 5. As business has picked up a bit, as they say, here in the second quarter. 17-12, Lovington up by 5. Chavarria to the front court, gives it to Orgain. Back to Chavarria. Back to Orgain. They're just going to play catch to Sullivan in the right elbow and then throwing it, trying to find Chavarria going to the deep left corner and knocked away by Arroyo. Valente Herrera going to come into the ball game. He'll check in for Anson Marquez. Herrera, Betancourt, Rivero, Thompson, and Arroyo on the floor for the Wildcats. Sullivan, Chavarria, Gossett, G, and Orgain on the floor for the Cavemen. 5:28 to go. First half. Lovington up by 5, 17-12. So it'll be Sullivan to inbound it. From the left sideline, gets it into Chavarria. Now the Cavemen will set the offense. Lovington giving them a little bit of space to Gossett. Back to Chavarria, left wing, his 3-ball. That one and a high rebound made by Sullivan, and he'll drive through and put up a shot, no good, but he's fouled. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll call the punch foul. They're going to whistle that one on Betancourt. His first personal, first team foul. Another rebound for Sullivan. That'll be his 4th. Sullivan 0 of 1 from the line. I probably shouldn't have said anything. As he'll put up the first, and yep, I shouldn't have said anything. He makes it. The announcer's curse works both ways. He's got 3 in the ball game and cuts it to a 4-point Lovington lead, 17-13. Sullivan got the first. He'll eye the second, puts it up, and that one nothing but the bottom of the net. And a quick timeout going to be taken by Coach John Zumbrin with 5:14 remaining here in the first half of play. Lovington 17, Carlsbad 14. It's just a 30, so we will keep it right here. Say a big thank you to all of our sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics and basketball possible. Of course, you see them there at the bottom of your screen, and you're hearing their ads. We appreciate them making it possible for us to do this and never having to charge you to watch your teams and your kids play. We thank them very much. We support those businesses that support our communities. With Don Morgan along, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us tonight from here in the Cave City. Been a good one so far, Don.
It has been.
So out of the Caveman timeout, it will be Lovington basketball. Rivero, Arroyo, Thompson, Betancourt, and Herrera on the floor for Lovington. As Arroyo will come right over the C, get it to Thompson at the free throw line. DeMarcus pushes it back out to Arroyo on the left side. Arroyo going to direct traffic, tells his guys move around. Thompson going to come set the pick. Arroyo goes around him. He'll take it hard in, but dribbles off of his foot and into the hands of Sullivan. 4th turnover for the Wildcats, and a quick foul going to be called as Betancourt tried to steal it back away, but they're going to get Herrera for the hold. So Valente, his 3rd personal. That is the 2nd team foul on Lovington. Well, I got that as the 2nd one up on Valente. I like that better than 3. So I'm going to go with what they've got on the scoreboard. Chavarria to the front court. Lovington up by 3 with 4:41 to go first half. Orgain gets the pick from Gossett. Back to Gossett. Back to Orgain, top of the arc. His 3-ball on the way. That one is off the mark, and Herrera has his first rebound of the ball game. His 2nd. So Herrera with 2 rebounds in the game. Arroyo bouncing it to Thompson at the free throw line. Back to Arroyo. Left wing 3-ball, and bang! Julian with somebody in his face puts it up and in. 12 points for Arroyo. He leads the way for the Cats, and the Cats back up by 6. Clicking down to the halfway mark of this second period. Bad pass, Orgain will corral it in front of the scorer's table. Get it back to Gossett, top of the arc, back to Orgain in the right wing. Back to Gossett, to Chavarria. Back to Orgain. He'll take it to the right baseline. The little 10-foot runner on the way, and Betancourt will corral it down. His first rebound. As Carlsbad drops back in defense, Lovington will set the O. 3:45 to go first half. To the front court off of the pick. Arroyo to the right baseline. He'll toss it out to Betancourt. The little head fake for Z, and another turnover for the Cats. That's their fifth. To Orgain, comes back in, splits around Rivero, misses the point-blank shot, and it'll be an 8th rebound for DeMarcus Thompson. To Arroyo, thinks about the NBA three, no-look pass to Rivero. Rivero takes it in, gets it to Thompson in the right corner. Sullivan picks him up. Thompson, a little slip and slide, but pushes out to Arroyo, brings it in, uses up the dribble, puts up the circus shot, no good. And they call the travel before the foul. Coach John Zumbrin, I think, successfully lobbying for that one, although it was close either way. And 6 turnovers for Lovington, just 3 for Carlsbad. But the Cats are up by 6, 20 to 14. 3:07 remaining in the first half. Chavarria to the front court. Micah Pondo back into the ball game for the Cats. Chavarria top of the arc. 3 ball on the way. That one is going to be an air ball off to the left side. And so give it back to Lovington as that one hits nothing. Onsuras comes in for Gossett. Thompson, Arroyo, Betancourt, Pondo, and Herrera on the floor for the Cats. Chavarria, Galindo just checked back into the game. G on Sudis and Sullivan for Carlsbad. Thompson to Pondo. Drives through the left lane. Shot up, no good. And they are going to call the charge as Sudis gets the charge. That'll be the second personal on Pondo. Be the 3rd team foul on Lovington. And back over to the Cavemen. So the Cavemen have had their opportunities. Lovington has dodged a couple of bullets here in the first half. Lead by 6. To Galindo, back to Chavarria to the free throw line, tosses back out. Galindo, right corner, 3 ball. That one is off the mark. And off of the tip, goes out of bounds. And last touch, they're going to say by Thompson. So Carlsbad will keep it in their offensive end. No, Galindo will look to inbound it from left of his own bucket. He will. Chavarria with it, drives left baseline, goes in hard, and they will call the block foul on Arroyo. Julian couldn't get the feet set. First personal for Julian, 4th team foul on Lovington. There has not been a single foul called on Carlsbad in the second quarter. And Chavarria will head to the line for 2.
And we've been scoreless for quite a while now.
Yes, we have.
A scoreboard has been stuck on 20 to 14, a 6-point lead by Lovington.
Yeah, about 2 minutes gone since our last bucket in this one. Chavarria's first is up, and it is good. His first trip to the line, he's got 3 points out on the hardwood.
They gave that to the wrong team there.
Hey, we'll take it.
Should be 2015 now.
Second one on the way is up, and that one is no good, and it'll be Betancourt with the rebound. Back down come the Wildcats. Yep, they fixed it. 20 to 15 is the score. Betancourt bounce it to Thompson in the left wing. Back out to Betancourt between the rings. To Rivero, right wing, 3 ball up, and that one is off the glass, but Thompson with another rebound. DeMarcus will bring it down, toss it back out to Z. He'll send it to Arroyo and then over to Rivero to Betancourt. Free throw line with Thompson. Getting Herrera underneath, and yep, he traveled. Under intense pressure from Onsuras, and Herrera took that extra step, and that is the 8th turnover for Lovington, but they're up by 5, 20 to 15, 2 minutes to go here in the first half as Herrera checks out. Anson Marquez comes into the ball game for the Wildcats. As Orgain will get the inbound from Sullivan. 2 minutes remaining, first half, 20 to 15, Lovington up by 5. Orgain to Galindo, back to Orgain. Toss it over to Onsuras, and he'll toss it back to Galindo on front of the Lovington bench. Take it to the right elbow, and he'll lean in and put it up, and they will call the block foul on Rivero. Trying to get the charge, but that's not the way the ref saw it. His first personal, 5th team foul, so that'll put Carlsbad in the bonus for the last 1:45 of the first half. So Galindo heads to the line for his first opportunity from the stripe. Galindo puts up his first, and that one is off the mark. So our score remains 20 to 15.
Got a minute 45 left to play in this second quarter.
Second for Galindo is up, and that one is good. And now 20-16. Betancourt to the front court, uses up the dribble, gives it to Arroyo on the left sideline. Brings it up, tosses out, back to Betancourt near center court. Come over to Rivero as he will work against Orgain. To Thompson at the right elbow. He'll set the screen for Arroyo as to back it out to Rivero. Bounce it, toss it into Thompson. Now back out to Arroyo. NBA 3 left wing. That one is off the mark and will go out of bounds. And over to the Cavemen. And Don, a lot like we saw in the girls' game earlier in the first half, Lovington's boys are saying if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to do it from the outside. And so far, Carlsbad hadn't been able to do it. Danger with that is if they do get somebody hot from the outside, all of a sudden it chips away quickly.
And that's exactly what happened with the girls. With
Sullivan to G for three, and it's good. Second tray of the ball game for Samuel G. And back the other way, and trying to break the pressure, overthrown. Ninth turnover for the Cats.
Well, what happened in that second half was one of the Carlsbad girls she hit a tray in the first half and then 4 trays in the second to really change the complexion of that game.
Yes, she did. As Sullivan will inbound it to Orgain, a 1-point Wildcat lead, 20-19. To Galindo, thinks about the three, back to Orgain, to Galindo from the right corner for three. And off the glass. That's one of them that you used to call when you were playing in the front yard. 3 from the right wing off the glass. You were playing horse. So 22-20, Carlsbad their first lead of the ball game. To Thompson, to Betancourt, to Perez, to Marquez. Bounce it into the middle, dangerous pass, but Thompson gets it, and they are going to call. Are they going to call a foul? Please call the foul. Nope. Yep, they're calling the foul. As they are going to call the hold foul. That is just the first foul that has been called on Carlsbad, as they're going to whistle that one on Sullivan. So Lovington basketball, inbounded it from left of the bucket to Perez, top of the arc, throw the fastball to Thompson from the low post, and he is blocked by Orgain and out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington basketball. Thompson just not able to fight through Orgain right there. So 10 seconds remaining in the half. Lovington trails by 2. Inbound to Rivero. Back to Betancourt. Betancourt, a little reverse layup, and it is kissing the glass, and Orgain has his second rebound. And with 2, with 1, the half-court shot, and that one is off the iron. And we have played a half of basketball from here in the Cave City. Carlsbad 22, Lovington 20. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show in a couple of minutes. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and you know you're going to, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And Don Morgan, it looked early like the Cats were going to get up and go, but Carlsbad storming back at the end of that first half. Let's take a look at the numbers. For the Cavemen, they're actually led by Samuel G., one of their three-point sharpshooters. He's got 2 trays, leads the charge with 6 points. 4 points for Shane Sullivan, 4 points for Josiah Galindo, 3 points for Kyrian Orgain, 3 points for Jacob Javaria, and a bucket for Garrett Gossett. That's the only scores for Carlsbad. They go 4 of 7 from the free throw line in that first half, have 4 turnovers. Leading rebounder is Sullivan with 4, and they only had 10 rebounds in that first half, but they got 16 points in the second quarter to go with their 6 in the first. That's how they get to their 22. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats, Julian Arroyo leads the charge. He's got 12 points. He leads all scorers in the game. Micah Pondo with a tray, then 2 points for Anson Marquez, 2 points for Zadrick Betancourt, and a point for DeMarcus Thompson. Thompson leads everybody in the rebounding universe. He's got 9 of the 15 for the Wildcats in the first half. 9 turnovers, though, for Lovington. Good from the line, 7 of 8 from the stripe, but they went completely ice cold in the second quarter. 12 in the first, but only 8 in the second. That let Carlsbad come back into it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really, really good early on. And hey, they're only down. We're talking
only
like
down
they're
by 2.
Yeah, we're down like we're talking like that they're down by 10 or 20 points. They're only down by 2 points, and they led much of the way in that first half. So they did a lot of things very well. They're just coming up a little bit short. Carlsbad able to make a few adjustments and to do a little better against them in that second quarter than in the first. But all is not lost. This game is well within reach of Lovington, so they can come back out. And if they do, they're definitely going to be. Carlsbad showing signs of revving up their three-point game, just like the ladies did in the second, toward the second half. And in that second half of basketball right before this game. And it again, that was one that it was all Lovington girls in that first half. And then Carlsbad girls came in and really beat them in that second half. Well, this is the situation that Lovington boys want to try to avoid, as they were really shining and doing much better job in the first quarter especially. Still in the second quarter, solid performance, and they don't want to let it slip away and get Carlsbad run away with it in the second half.
No, and we talked about this the other night against Ruidoso with Cale Covington still out with the foot injury.
Right.
Lovington has got to find a consistent second scorer, and they really haven't done that yet. Julian Arroyo, he's the leading scorer on the team. He's averaging over 18 a game now. But after that, they get they'll have some guys who will just blow up one game, and then seemingly they just leave their offense at home the next one. And, that happens. These are kids.
Sure.
We're not talking about NBA guys here, and we all have to remember that, myself included. DeMarcus Thompson is third on the scoring list, averaging about 8 points a game. He is a little inconsistent on the offensive side. He's been a master on the glass.
Oh, definitely.
And has done a great job there. Zadrick Betancourt is another one who, if he could become a consistent scorer, it really changes the complexion of this team. He's only got 1 point right now, or rather 2 points, but he blew up in that Ruidoso game. He had 10 points in the third quarter by himself. When they can find somebody with the hot hand, they need to ride him. But right now they're having trouble finding somebody with the hot hand. And Micah Pondo, he can drain the threes too.
Mm-hmm. And if they could get just a couple 3 more buckets out of Thompson, a couple 3 more out of Betancourt, and get Micah Pondo hot. Anson Marquez is known to drain a tray or 3 or 2 before that as well. But they can get Pondo hot with the threes, on the perimeter with good shooting. Then suddenly this is a way different game, and they're running away with it. So.
Well, they certainly are, and we know what Carlsbad's going to do. They're going to try and slow you down, but if they can get somebody open, and they've certainly done it, they are not afraid to try and shoot the lights out of the gym. They had 4 trays in that first half, all of them in the second quarter, but how many did they have? How many attempts did they have that Lovington just left shooters wide open?
Right.
It was a whole bunch, to be sure. As I don't know what we've got going on the floor right now. As the guy shooting baskets backwards.
Right, he's shooting there he goes. Wow.
This is interesting. Okay. With the old ABA ball.
Wow.
And
he almost got that one.
He did, yeah.
Shooting from the top of the arc from the other end of the court backwards. And he hit the rim.
He did from the free throw line this time.
Wow,
this is exciting.
This is pretty interesting.
He'll put it up, and he just comes up a little bit short. So, all right, you see all kinds of things at high school basketball games. All right, he's going to go from the other free throw line now. as he'll toss that one up, and that one is off of the top of the rim. So, all right, I think we've talked enough about the halftime entertainment. So, all right, well, at halftime, it is Lovington trailing Carlsbad 22-20. We will return for the start of the second half after this. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and you know you're going to, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Back here in Carlsbad as we get ready for the second half of action. The Cats trailing the Cavemen 22-20 with Dawn Morgan alongside. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us tonight, wherever you are on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. It will be Rivero, Pondo, Arroyo, Betancourt, and Thompson on the floor for the Wildcats. It'll be Sullivan, Orgain, Gossett, G, and Chavarria. So the starters for both teams back on the floor as we start the third quarter. Wildcat basketball as Pondo will inbound it to Rivero, and he will take it into the offensive zone. Bounce it over to Arroyo. He works against Chavarria. Get it back out to Rivero. Takes it from the right to the left. Backs it out against Orgain. To Pondo, to Rivero. Bounce pass to the right baseline with Betancourt. Reverse layup and up and in. If they can get Z going, this could turn the entire ball game. So Lovington ties it with 20 seconds gone here in the third. 22 all. Chavarria on the Cavemen's first offensive possession. Get it to Sullivan, left baseline. Turn around from 10, and Sullivan puts it down. That was actually a fairly sweet stroke right there. He's got 6 in the ball game. Back down with Arroyo. He works against Chavarria. Takes it to the left lane. Loses the handle. Somehow gets it back. Turnaround fall away from 15. No good, and it'll be Sullivan with the rebound, his 5th. Sullivan to Chavarria as Carlsbad brings it into their offensive end. Near side from our perspective. To G, to Gossett, over to Orgain, left wing for 3, and that one is off the mark. And Thompson going for the rebound, and he gets popped in the head for his trouble by Gossett. His first personal, first team foul on the Cavemen. Because he didn't control it. I can't put it in the books as his 10th rebound, but I have a feeling it's coming sooner rather than later. Back into the hands of the Wildcats. Arroyo. Chavarria not going to give him any room to breathe. To Betancourt. To Rivero. To Pondo for 3. And that one is off the mark as Betancourt gets knocked down by Gossett. No call. And back down come the Cavemen as Orgain will put it up and in under pressure. Orgain now with 5 points. Stretches it up to a 4-point Carlsbad lead. To Betancourt. Bounce it over to Rivero. Deep left corner. Sullivan on him. Uses up the dribble. Gets it off to Thompson. Thompson on the left base. Made a nifty move to get past Gossett and puts it home. 26-24. Chavarria to the front court. Uses up the dribble. To Orgain on the left side. Now get it into Sullivan in the left elbow. To G in the left corner. He'll cycle it out, then get the pick from Orgain. Between the rings and pocket gets picked. Pondo goes for it and he gets tackled. No call. Micah tries to push it over and somehow Carlsbad will wind up with it. How do you not blow a whistle one way? And Arroyo says, fine, I'll just take it back and put it up and in. Yeah, Arroyo with 14.
Oh, basketball karma there. And Carlsbad coming back down the other way.
Yes, it is. I don't know. That was a slide tackle. How do you not blow the whistle on that? Gossett will push it to Orgain. Left corner wide open for 3, and it's good.
Oh,
gotta keep somebody on him.
That's right. Nice shot.
29-26, 3-point Carlsbad lead. Back down come the Wildcats. As Julian Arroyo bounce it to Betancourt at the free throw line. He'll toss it over to Pondo. They get to him quickly, and Orgain pops it, but right back to Micah. And he'll bounce it, and they'll call a foul on Orgain. That's a foul, but the slide tackle wasn't. I mean, that's a slide tackle up a minute ago that a soccer player would be proud of. Orgain's first personal, second team foul on Carlsbad. So it'll be Lovington from the left sideline as the officials are warning the Carlsbad student section about something. My guess is something not so nice was said. You can tee up the crowd. I've seen it happen.
Yes.
And there is the whole 2 strikes and you're out policy now with the NMAA. So Betancourt will take it in front of the student section to Thompson. To JoJo Perez, just checking into the ball game. Betancourt back out to Perez, working the left wing. He'll throw it into Arroyo, left block, then backs it out. Good pressure inside from the Cavemen, keeping Lovington from penetrating. They need to get the movement going. To Thompson, back to Arroyo. Orgain picks him up quickly. Underhand it to Perez. Perez will take it to the free throw line to Herrera, but JoJo slid that extra foot. And they're going to get him every time. 12th turnover for the Wildcats. And this officiating crew has looked at that a whole lot, and a timeout taken by Lovington. Just a 30, so we will keep it right here. Say welcome to everybody who's watching in southeast New Mexico and around the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Would remind you, please subscribe to that channel. It's Lovington Sports from the Walmart Digital. Search it out on YouTube, subscribe, and once we hit another 1,000 subscribers, another $100 will come out of my pocket. And, hey, one of our subscribers will get more of my money. That's not coming from the sponsors. It's not coming from the stations. That's coming from me. Just say thank you for subscribing to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And thanks to all those great sponsors, by the way, who make it possible for us to do this.
4:36 left to play in the third quarter. 29-26, Carlsbad leading.
And so Carlsbad basketball out of the Wildcat timeout. Chavarria to the front court, gives it to Orgain, now to Sullivan. Sullivan, long cross-court pass to G. 3 on the way, right corner. That one off the mark, and JoJo with the rebound. Smallest kid on the court with the rebound. Feed it forward to Betancourt, and he is fouled, going for the reverse layup, and he crashes hard to the floor. See if they're going to get Sullivan or Chavarria for that one. As they will whistle Chavarria, his first personal, third team foul on the Cavemen, and Betancourt back to the line to shoot 2. Betancourt will eye it, try and cut this down. And the first one is off the mark to the right. So the score remains 29-26. Betancourt now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Has 4 points in the ball game. Second shot is up, and that one is in and out. As Orgain has his third rebound. I think it has something to do with the ventilation in here. There is vents blowing all over the place. And it does seem to come off and on when Lovington has the ball. Just
a couple
saying.
of them are right above us, blowing just constantly.
Gossett throwing it over and overthrowing Sullivan, and Lovington will get the turnover. 6 turnover forced as Thompson winds up in his hands. He'll give it to Arroyo. Arroyo to the front court, tosses it over to Betancourt in front of the Carlsbad student section. Moving it around, and a bump, no call, and a steal for Carlsbad as G will take it coast to coast. No good, but Chavarria with it and the putback. Chavarria, that'll be his second rebound, 5th point of the ball game. They're letting a lot go one way and not letting it go the other sometimes, and a foul going to get called this time, a little basketball karma. I think that's a give back from last time as Chavarria's second personal, 4th team foul on the Cavemen. Gossett will sit down.
At 3:29 left to play in this third now.
Mansuras in his place. It'll be Rivero to inbound it. He'll toss it into Arroyo in the right block. Julian cycles it out. He works against Chavarria. 3:24 to go. Carlsbad up by 5. 31-26, their biggest lead of the night. As Arroyo telling his guys move, gets a pick from Thompson, takes it, gives it back to Thompson, who drives in, play, and they call the charge on DeMarcus. His first personal. 14th team foul. First team foul on Lovington. And I'll just leave it at that. So back to the hands of the Cavemen. And it'll be Chavarria who will bring it up as Rivero will pick him up as he crosses the timeline. They'll come to G on the right side. JoJo on him. Back over and out of the hands of Chavarria. And maybe a little basketball karma biting again there. As checking into the ball game will be Galindo for Carlsbad. As back to the hands of Lovington. So the Cats trail by 5. 2:58 to go in the third. Arroyo into Rivero. Elijah will walk it into the front court. Uses up the dribble, then gets it to Julian. Julian works against Orgain. Uses up the dribble. Now back to JoJo between the rings. Push it over to Thompson. Thompson to Herrera, back to Thompson, back to Herrera in the high post. Now out to Perez, cycles it around, they'll give it to Rivero. Fakes the throw left, comes back right, tries to get it to Herrera, cutting on the left baseline, and Herrera bobbles it and touches it last, and it'll be 15 turnovers now for the Wildcats. I like the thought, but you've got to execute. So as Orgain will bring it into Carlsbad's front court. Coming over to G as Perez picks him up quickly. Now to Sullivan, top of the arc. Perez gets to him quickly before he can pull the three-point trigger to G, right wing for 3. And they will call the foul on Lovington, so it'll be a 3-shot foul. They whistle that one, the push on Perez. His first personal, second team foul on the Wildcats, and G heads to the line to shoot 3. Not a great foul when you're trailing by 6, by 5. Math is never my strong suit. First one on the way for G, and that one is off the front of the iron. So the score remains 31-26, but G still with 2 free throws to go. Second one is up, and that one will fall off the back. I think the ref warning them don't go into the lane quite so quickly as Thompson will check out. Betancourt back in. You've got Betancourt and Herrera on the front line for Lovington. Now Perez going to check out. Pondo checking back in. Betancourt, Pondo, Herrera, Rivero, and Arroyo for Lovington. Third one on the way for G, and that one is off the mark, but it'll be Galindo with the rebound for Carlsbad. To G in the right wing, getting to him quickly is Arroyo, and Soda sets the pick, but nice job by Lovington going around it. And it'll force Carlsbad to reset up by 5, 2 minutes to go, 31-26, deep left corner with Galindo. He gets a screen, that's a moving screen. And they'll get it over to G, right corner, 3 ball up and no good. Ball loose on the floor, and Galindo winds up with it, and he'll take it to the hoop. Lovington is not fighting for the rebound so much as into the front court, 33-26, Lovington trails. Rivero uses up the dribble, bounce it to Betancourt. Betancourt gets almost tied up by 2 Cavemen and will have to bounce it back out to Arroyo. Arroyo telling his guys move around and come in. 1:25 remaining in the third, a 33-26 lead. And they call the offensive foul on Julian Arroyo.
Wow. Interesting choice.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Onsunas went Superman on him, and we get the foul. Yeah, didn't see that in the girls' game either. So 33-26. As back to G. Carlsbad looking to build their lead as G tries the circus shot, no good, and off of the tip. It'll be Betancourt with the rebound, his third. 1 minute remaining in this third period. Lovington having a disaster of a period as Betancourt goes hard to the rack and puts it right over the front. 33-28, back to a 5-point Carlsbad lead. To the front court, Orgain to G. Lovington double teams, now back to Orgain, right wing. His three ball, that one is off the mark. And that should be on Ansures. And it will be, goes over the back. His third personal, fifth team foul, and Lovington will shoot free throws. We are in the double bonus. It should be Betancourt to the line. Yep, it will be. So Zadrick to the line to shoot two. And a chance to chop into the Caveman lead. First one on the way for Betancourt, and it is good. 7 points for Betancourt now. Second on the Wildcat scoring sheet. In for Carlsbad be Bryce Mullen, seeing his first action of the second half. So Betancourt got the first, Lai the second. Puts it up, and that one is no good, and it'll be Orgain with the rebound, his fourth. Carlsbad back down, a 4-point Caveman lead. 38 seconds to go here in the third. Orgain with the screen from Ansures. He'll take it into the right lane, and they call the foul. Should have been a travel, but okay. And that'll put him at the line for two as they're going to call the push on Pondo. That'll be his third personal. 14th foul on Lovington. Okay, they were going to say it's on the floor. Chavarria comes back in. Kyler Reeves will come in for Pondo with 31 seconds remaining here in the half. So Reeves, Thompson, Betancourt as Chavarria will get the inbound for the Cavemen. Tosses out Orgain, top of the arc. NBA three, it's good. Orgain's third tray of the ball game. He's got 11 to lead the Cavemen. To Betancourt, he'll take it on the right block, and they will call on Soares for the block foul. The way this one's going, I was surprised. It's not the not a charge, but that'll be his fourth personal. Oh, that'll put Betancourt back at the line. First one for Zadrick is up, and it is good. Makes it 36-30, gets it back to a two-possession ball game.
Subs coming in for Carlsbad.
That'll be the other Sullivan. So Sullivan and Sullivan both in the ball game. Betancourt at the line. Second one on the way, and Betancourt gets them both.
Nice.
36-31. Full court press is on now for the Wildcats. Chavarria working against Rivero, looking for some room. Finally gets it into the front court off of the pick from Sullivan. Sullivan looks to pass, get it to Orgain with three. And a three on the way, and banks it off the glass. Good. Orgain has his fourth tray of the ball game at the buzzer. And we head to the fourth. It's Carlsbad 39, Lovington 31. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And back here at the Cave in Carlsbad, it was a 17-11 Carlsbad Caveman quarter. As we head to the fourth, the Cavemen leading 39-31. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle Orgain, who blew up from beyond the arc in that third quarter. And now it'll be Chavarria puts one up. Sullivan with the rebound. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. Sullivan now with 6 rebounds. And they are going to call the push foul on Sullivan. They're going to call that on Gossett. So that'll be a turnover for Carlsbad. So Lovington basketball certainly capable of coming back from just 8 down as they'll get it to Reeves, push it back out to Arroyo, to Betancourt as they play catch to the free throw line with Thompson. Now back out to Rivero. Rivero bounce pass to Betancourt, now back out to Arroyo. Arroyo hippity-hop through the lane, loses the basketball as they are going to call jump ball. It'll stay Lovington ball. Sullivan crashed the party there and tied up Arroyo, but Lovington keeps the ball. So the Wildcats catch a bit of a break. 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. Betancourt to inbound, pushes it into Arroyo. Turnaround NBA 3 left corner. That one is off the glass, off the iron, and into the hands of G, his second rebound. If they're not going to go, you got to get the rebound, especially when you're trailing. Sullivan to Orgain, 3 on the way, and that one off the mark and off the bump. It'll be Rivero with the rebound. Elijah's first. He'll keep the ball. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. An 8-point lead for the Cavemen. To Thompson. Push it back out. Betancourt for 3, and that one is off the mark, and G with another rebound, his third. Reeves was there, but that one just right into the hands of G, and they're going to get Arroyo on the reach foul. Julian, that'll be his third personal.
Timeout is taken.
And so the timeout on the floor, it is a 30, so we'll just keep things right here. And I don't really know what's going on here in the second half. I don't know if Coach Casey will come up and talk to us after the game, but it's really a tale of two halves. As Lovington has really looked like a different team through the first 9+ minutes of this second half. Almost like there's not as much energy as they had in that first half. Just an observation. Of course, Kyrian Orgain all of a sudden going off for 11 points in the quarter doesn't help, but the energy level has just not quite been there.
It's been a little bit like the Lovington girls game in that it was all Lovington first half, and they were leading at halftime by 8 points.
Yes,
and
they were.
And they weren't less energetic. They fell just a little flatter against Carlsbad in the second half.
So out of the timeout, Orgain gets it to Chavarria, working the left wing, top of the arc to Gossett. He'll come near side to G in front of the Carlsbad bench. Now they'll go Orgain, right corner, 3-ball up, and that one is in and out, and it'll be Thompson. There is number 10. Back down to Reeves, and he'll make a nifty little move, and Kyler up and in.
Nice.
As Coach Zumbrin. If this coaching thing doesn't work out, John, I hear the lobbyists in Santa Fe, would probably hire you. I mean, he's been lobbying these officials all night, and he's gotten more of them than he hadn't. 39-33, the Wildcats back to within 6. Push it over. That's Chavarria to the free throw line. Loses the handle on the basketball and into the hands of Thompson. Pushes it forward to Arroyo. Julian puts it up and fouled. He'll go to the line. And Zumbrin lobbying again for an offensive foul. Sorry, Coach. Chavarria's feet were not set. That's his third personal, first team foul on the Cavemen. And Julian heads to the line to shoot 2. His first trip to the free throw line since the first quarter.
5:49 left in the game.
First up for Arroyo, and it falls off of the right side of the rim. No good.
Julian usually very, very solid at the free throw line.
Yes, he is. So he misses the first, but he'll have another shot at it, and he'll put that one up, and nothing but the bottom of the net. 39-34, back to a 5-point Carlsbad lead. As G will bring it into the offensive zone, directs traffic from in front of the Carlsbad bench. Takes it between the rings, uses up the dribble. Lovington on him tight, needs some help. Orgain will come back and assist. And the near side with Chavarria right in front of Coach Zumbrin. Now back out to Gossett, top of the arc. Feed it into Sullivan. He'll take it to the left block and put it up, and Gossett with the rebound. His putback falls off, and it'll be another rebound for Thompson, and back down come the Wildcats. To Arroyo, and he'll bounce it to Betancourt before he loses it under intense pressure. Betancourt uses up the dribble, and they call the backcourt violation on Betancourt.
He stepped over just a foot.
Not even a foot.
Yeah, just a half a foot.
A toe. but went into the backcourt, and so that'll be turnover number 17 against the Wildcats as opposed to just 9 for the Cavemen. Still plenty of time, though. 5:11 remaining in regulation. And, Betancourt, I think, just got himself teed up. And, yep, they tee up Zadrick Betancourt. That'll be his second personal, second team foul, and that will give Carlsbad the ball, and Betancourt going to have to head to the bench as Sullivan to the line to shoot the Tex. We've seen a technical on each Lovington team tonight. First one up by Sullivan, and it is good. Makes it 40-34, and add injury to insult, of course, out of a technical foul. The other team gets the ball back, and he gets them both. 8 points for Sullivan, and it'll be Carlsbad basketball out of the technical. So now they're up 41-34, stretching it back up to a 7-point lead with 5:11 to go. Lovington has to work on keeping their emotions in check. To the front court, hand it off to G. Back to Chavarria in front of the Carlsbad bench. And Chavarria to the bucket, no good, but Sullivan with the rebound, and he gets the bucket.
And
gets the bucket and
the
the foul. Yes, he does. 7th rebound for Sullivan. He's got 10 points in the ball game, and he'll head to the line for the and one. Kyler Reeves whistled for the foul. First personal, third team foul on the Cats. Sullivan 4 of 5 from the free throw line. And looks to put Carlsbad up by their biggest of the night at 10, and he will. 44-34. As Arroyo telling the guys we got to speed things up a little bit here. 4:55 to go, a 10-point Carlsbad lead. Thompson gets it to Reeves. Now sling it back out to Arroyo on the left side. Arroyo works against Orgain to Pondo. Right corner, 3 on the way. That one off the mark, and it'll be Sullivan with another rebound. That's his 8th. Lovington is not putting on the full court press with 4.5 to go and trailing by 10. Haven't really done that at all this game as they'll get it to Galindo. And he'll toss it over to G. G takes it from the right to the left. Little spin move in the high post. Turnaround, no good, and it'll be Arroyo with the rebound, his first. Julian keeps it himself as we click down to the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Lovington has got to find a 10-point run in them somewhere. To Pondo, to Reeves, the fastball, and count the bucket of the foul on the right base. Kyler Reeves gets his second bucket of the ball game, and they will go for 3 the old-fashioned way as they're going to whistle G for his third. Second team foul on Carlsbad. Reeves, his first trip to the line. He's got 4 in the ball game, looking to add to it. Tyler bends the knees, puts it up, and that went off the mark. And Sullivan with his 9th rebound of the ball game. Back to an 8-point Caveman lead. 3 minutes, 55 seconds to go in regulation. To G. Needing some help. Pondo on him. Gets a screen from Gossett to Orgain, trying to throw it inside, and Thompson will steal it away. 10th turnover for the Cavemen, and then it is knocked away by Orgain. As Orgain points and says something to the official. You're not going to tee him up too? As Chavarria will check back into the ball game. Rivero, Arroyo, Thompson. Nice job by DeMarcus, though, to force that turnover. Get it to DeMarcus at the left elbow, to Kyler, to Arroyo, who splits through traffic on the right side and up and in for Julian. He's got 17, and timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack. 3:34 remaining in the ballgame. Carlsbad 44, Lovington 38. We're back in 1 minute here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
Pump & Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump & Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump & Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Out of the Wildcat timeout, I believe it will be Carlsbad basketball back here at the Cave at the campus of Carlsbad High School. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Don Morgan. 44 to 38 as Lovington trying to crawl back from as much as 10 down. And so far, they've picked the energy back up a little bit, Dawn, but now they've got to find a way to get buckets and to keep Carlsbad from doing the same.
They've got to have points. They got to have them fast, and they're running out of time. 3:34 left in the game.
So Rivero, Pondo, Reeves, Arroyo, and Thompson on the floor for your Wildcats. It is Gossett, Sullivan, Chavarria, G on the floor, and Orgain on the floor for the Cavemen. To Chavarria, no look pass to Sullivan, left block. They'll get it back out. Orgain thinks about the three. Now hippity hop into the high lane. Shot up, no good. Sullivan with the rebound is put back, no good, but Gossett is there with the rebound, and that one will go.
Wow, 3 looks at the basket.
Too many looks as the little hesitation move by Arroyo. He'll put up the circus shot, and Julian gets it to go. 19 for Arroyo. He leads all scores, 46-40. Lovington needs a defensive stop. Rivero keeping Chavarria in the backcourt until about the 8 count. Gets the screen. They'll get it to Orgain. He's got room. Doesn't take the 3. Cycles it out. Arroyo picks him up, and they call the hold foul on Julian. That'll be his 4th personal, 4th team foul on the Wildcats. So on the next one, the Cavemen will go into the bonus. So up by 6, the Cavemen have the basketball. Lovington puts on the pressure. They'll get it into Sullivan, push it into Gossett in the right block. Uses up the dribble, pushes to Orgain. 2.5 remaining in the ball game. Orgain working against Arroyo. Little turnaround, no good, and it'll be Reeves with the rebound for Kyler, his first. Leaves it off for Julian. Little shake and bake, leaves it off for Reeves. He'll push it over to Pondo. They're going to try and get Pondo with an open look. Arroyo against Chavarria. Backs it out, flips it out to Micah. 2:10 to go. To Reeves. Had a wide open look. Should have driven the basket there. He probably would have gotten the foul in the bucket.
Now they're thinking about the 3s, I think.
Bounce it over to Pondo. Top of the arc. He'll take it over, and then they'll give it to Rivero, who pushes it up off the left baseline, up and in for Elijah. His first points of the ball game. 46-42. Carlsbad going to be content just to run as much clock as they can as Chavarria to the front court working against Rivero. It's the screen from Gossett, and they'll give it to Gossett. He's going to direct traffic as Thompson will pick him up, and whistle sounds, and they will call Coach John Zumbrin will call the timeout before the 5-second violation. 1:36 remaining in the ball game. Carlsbad 46, Lovington 42. Back in 30 seconds. More Wildcat basketball.
Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
So the Cavemen take the timeout, holding on to a 4-point lead with 96 seconds remaining in the game. Coach Casey Pack furiously scribbling away on the whiteboard across the way. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Great to have you with us tonight from here in Carlsbad. Wildcat basketball as a tale of 2 halves as Lovington came out on fire basically and got a big lead on Carlsbad. Carlsbad, though, kind of flipped the script on them. Last couple minutes of the second quarter, the third quarter was basically all Carlsbad. But then Lovington has tried to flip the script again, and they have got it back to within 4. Lovington with no fouls to give. They've only got 3 up on the board, but I'm pretty sure it's 4. As Chavarria uses up the dribble, forecourt press is on now. Orgain to Gossett, back to Orgain. 1:27 remaining. 4-point Carlsbad lead. Orgain. Arroyo giving him a little bit of space. Orgain will come in now. Hippity hop. He'll put up a shot. No good, and it'll be another rebound for DeMarcus. That's his 12th. Lovington still with time. Trailing by 4. To Rivero. Deep right corner. Uses up the dribble. Give it to Julian in front of the Lovington bench. Coach Casey Pack telling him move, move, move. Bounce it to Thompson. He'll back it in against Gossett, and they will call Gossett for the hack. So Thompson to the line as Gossett will pick up his 4th personal. That is the 4th team foul on Carlsbad. Now DeMarcus Thompson with a chance to get this down to a 1-possession ball game with 1:02 remaining in regulation. Lovington has not gone away. DeMarcus puts the first one up, and it bounces around just as the air conditioning, I've noticed, came on again. Where's Greg Haston? Is he messing with the thermostat around here? I like Greg, so I would not accuse him of doing that. Second shot for DeMarcus is up, and it is good. And it is a one-possession ball game, 46-43. So Chavarria uses up the dribble. Lovington has the full court press on. Sullivan back to Chavarria. Chavarria working around Ribeiro, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach John Zumbrin, as Lovington was getting Carlsbad in danger of keeping this, of getting the 10-second violation. 53.8 seconds to go. We'll just keep it right here, Dawn. After tonight, the Wildcats have one more tune-up before district gets underway next Friday, Monday night. We'll be back in the friendly confines of Wildcat Gym with the Chaparral Lobos coming into town. We will.
Yeah, girls and boys.
Yes, we will. Doubleheader. Girls game starting at 5:30. The boys will immediately follow at approximately 7 o'clock. And then district starts next Friday night. So 53.8 seconds to go, a 3-point Carlsbad lead. Lovington just now choosing to kick the defense into full court press and high gear. First time we've seen it tonight. And it's really one of their hallmarks. But now if they can find a way to steal the ball and they can get Pondo or Arroyo open, they have the ability to tie this ball game with one quick bucket. Coach Casey was scribbling furiously on the whiteboard again. Now he's directing his team. He's telling them he wants somebody on him immediately as Orgain looks to inbound it from midcourt. He'll toss it into the backcourt to Chavarria. Is Rivero going to pick him up just as he crosses the timeline? Toss it over to G in front of the Carlsbad bench. He needs a little help, and they'll just have to toss it back over. Chavarria taking his time. Pondo on him. Cycles it to the big C at center court. Picks up the dribble, gets it to G. G drives, picks it up. Back over to Chavarria. 30 seconds to go. At some point, they have got to go for the foul. Toss it over to Orgain. Rivero on him, and that will be the foul. Needed to do that, I think, about 10 seconds sooner than they did. And that is just the fourth personal foul, so Lovington did still have one to give. Pardon me, on Rivero.
24.2 seconds left on the clock. It's 46-43, Carlsbad leading.
So Orgain will inbound it. He'll toss it all the way to the backcourt to Sullivan. Stolen away by Arroyo, and Julian lays it up and in, and we got a one-point ball game.
Oh.
The steal, the 11th turnover of the game for the Cavemen. 46-45, and the timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack to maintain some time. It is a full, but we'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you. Only 19 seconds, though, left in the ball game, but now Carlsbad will have to go the full length of the court. So Lovington, with the press and the pressure on, will have an opportunity here. Of course, a big thanks to all the great sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball possible. You see them there on the bottom of your screen, and you hear their ads. As you're watching tonight, they make it possible for us to bring you these games absolutely free of charge. We do not charge you like a lot of places and schools. We don't even ask you for donations like some do. And we don't have to do any of that thanks to those great sponsors.
Oh boy, 19 seconds exactly left on the clock, and it's a one-point game coming down to the wire. Yes. Exciting stuff. Carlsbad leading just by 1 point here, 46-45.
And you come down to the coulda, woulda, shouldas, but there's still time in this one, 46-45. Carlsbad trying to get their 10th win of the season. Lovington trying to get to their 12th. So it'll be G to inbound it. As putting it in right at the 5 count to Gossett. Back to G to Chavarria. And that's not a bad foul.
No, it's a quick foul, and it's on, I believe, they fouled number 11.
Yeah, Chavarria will go to the line. As they will call the hack foul. Let's see for sure they put it up on.
20. I think it was Kyler
Reeves. His second personal. That is the 5th team foul, and so Chavarria to the line. Chavarria 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He is usually pretty reliable from the stripe, though. Even if he makes them both, though, it's still a one-possession game, and he misses the first. So that means Lovington, a 2 could tie, a 3 could win if he makes this one.
15.9 seconds left on the clock.
Second one on the way for Chavarria, and that one is no good, and it'll be Thompson with his 13th rebound of the ball game. And timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack with 12.9. I don't even know what to say anymore, Dawn. It's a good timeout, by the way.
It is, yeah. It's a good timeout. Lovington will have possession of the ball.
And they'll inbound it from center court, but
and they just
you're the
clicked
Cats,
off. They clicked off another couple of hundredths of a second, or tenths of a second off of the clock, by the way, and brought it down to 12.6.
So
yeah,
it was what, 12.9?
Yeah.
I guess maybe they told him to click 3/10 off, or maybe a little hometown scoreboarding going on there. But if you're Lovington, because now your situation is much different. Now a bucket wins it. 2 wins it because, I mean, not wins it, but it puts you back in the lead.
Right.
There's still 12 seconds left on the
clock.
clock.
A lot of time, yeah.
It is. You've got some time.
In a way.
So, and if you can find a little lane for Julian Arroyo to go through, take it. If you can find Kyler Reeves on the baseline, don't be afraid to let him take the shot. Or, of course, if you can get Micah Pondo, if you can get him open from one of the wings, let him take the shot. You just need 2 or a foul and then win it from the free throw line. Arroyo, Perez, Rivero, Thompson. Get it over to Perez. Deep left corner with 9. And Perez will get fouled as Sullivan wears the tee. His second personal, 15 foul. So JoJo Perez.
Oh, I think they did tee him. I think she did. I think she may have indicated.
The freshman will go to the line.
No. I thought she was indicating a tee.
All
right.
Yeah, should have. Let's just leave it at that. So the freshman goes to the line with a chance to tie or win. Perez, first one is up, and we are tied at 46-all.
Nice job.
What is it about kids named Perez wearing Wildcat uniforms? JoJo, chance to put the Cats up, and it is up and rattles home and out, and Shane Sullivan with the rebound. And timeout taken by Coach John Zumbrin. We are tied at 46.
Woo.
But JoJo Perez, how did that one not drop?
Go in? Yeah, it rattled in and then popped out.
I mean, seriously, it hit.
Yeah, it went halfway in, rattled around and popped out.
It bounced from rim to rim on the inside of the cylinder. Must have been 6 times. So now if you're Lovington, you cannot foul. You can't foul, so Carlsbad is gonna have an opportunity to get a look. I think the key here is don't let Chavarria or Orgain or G get an open look. Whatever, make somebody else beat you. Keep somebody in their face. They do have to go the entire length of the floor, so you also put the full court press on, but you do not foul.
Try to trap them up in the backcourt or steal it away. But you don't let them get that full, that full court pass, basically, all the way down.
So for the Cats, it'll be Perez, Arroyo, Rivero.
And the scoreboard goes dark. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on here.
The scoreboard is the
scoreboards have gone dark.
Both of them are dark. And exactly how many seconds were on that clock?
5.9. I have had this question that I couldn't answer the other night.
Yeah.
I can answer it now, and there it goes.
Comes back up.
As they got the fuse reset. Little hometown icing going on. And they will not make Carlsbad drive the length of the court. They will let them inbound it from the sideline in the backcourt. And it'll be Sullivan to inbound it. He'll get it into Chavarria. Chavarria with Perez on him. Gets it to the front court. He'll put up the little floater, no good, and we head to overtime, tied at 46-all. Lovington 46, Carlsbad 46. OT on the way from the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
32 minutes isn't enough to decide it, so we'll play 4 more, or maybe more, from here at the Cave in Carlsbad. 46 all, as it'll be Sullivan and Thompson to take the jump at center court, and Carlsbad will control the tip-off in overtime. I'm TJ Miracle, she's Dawn Morgan, as Chavarria to the front court. Perez on him tight. He'll cycle it to the right side, give it off to G, then sets the moving screen, which is not supposed to do, to G. He'll put it in and out, no good, and it'll be Gossett over everybody. His 5th rebound of the ball game. His turnaround is clanking off the iron, and that'll be rebound number 14 for DeMarcus Thompson. Thompson almost throws it away as Gossett barrels through him. Both teams in the double bonus. Head fake for Arroyo. He'll drive in, and they'll call the block foul and count the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Gossett with the foul. That'll be his 5th. He is done.
Carlsbad not happy about that.
As Julian Arroyo with 23 points. And Lovington has taken the first shot at Carlsbad here in the overtime period.
Still tied, 46 apiece. 3:24 left to play.
Count the bucket and the foul. No,
yep,
still time.
Finally they put it up.
So Gossett is out of the game with 4 points and 5 boards. Julian Arroyo at the line where he is 3 of 4. Coach John Zumbrin is barking at the official. Again, if the whole coaching thing doesn't work out, he can go be a lobbyist in Santa Fe. It's Coach Casey Pack asking a quick question too, as checking in for Lovington will be Peyton Hernandez as JoJo Perez checks out. At the line for the and one. Julian is up and he is good. 49-46. Lovington back up by 3. At one point in the fourth quarter, we're down by as much as 10. Now we're in overtime. Full court press is on as Sullivan will break it. Comes into the front court. Tosses over to Orgain. Gets a little room. Left corner for 3, and it's good. Orgain has his 5th tray of the ball game. He's got 17. All tied at 49. To Hernandez. Uses up the dribble. Bounces it to Thompson from the free throw line. Give it to Rivero. Rivero to Hernandez. Working against Orgain. Hernandez, just a sophomore, to Rivero. Drives through. Leans it up and in. Elijah Rivero with 4 points in the ball game, but that's a big 2. And a timeout on the floor. It will be a full 2:52 left in overtime. Lovington 51, Carlsbad 49. Back in 30 seconds. Don't miss a minute of it here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Back here at the Cave in Carlsbad, the Lovington Wildcats have taken the lead 51-49. 2:52 to go here in the overtime. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Chavarria, G, Onsanes, Sullivan, and Orgain on the floor for Carlsbad. As Orgain with it, and he'll take it up, and that one rolls around and off and goes to Thompson with another rebound, his 15th.
Oh,
but picked
taken away.
It away from Hernandez. Is back from Sullivan. Sullivan to Chavarria to the free throw line. Tosses over, almost stolen away. G will take it. He'll give it to Onsanes on the right baseline and up and in. Onsunis, his first bucket of the ball game, ties it up at 51 apiece. As backing it out is Arroyo, uses up the dribble. He'll get it to Rivero. Thompson, Arroyo, Rivero, Hernandez, and Reeves on the floor for the Cats. Arroyo looking for somebody. He'll get it to Rivero. Picks up the dribble, bounce it to Reeves on the left baseline. Onsunis on him. Toss it back out. Julian will take it with 1:48 remaining in overtime. Goes and it is on the floor, picks it up, tosses to Reeves on the right baseline, tosses back to a cutting Hernandez, and then goes to the floor, and they are going to call Hernandez for the charge.
Wow.
That was just a collision. I'm not sure you should have called it either way, but that'll be turnover number 19 for the Wildcats. And it's an offensive foul. There's no free throws here, boys and girls. Even I know that one. As now Coach Casey Pack is going for his Santa Fe credentials as he's arguing. Don't think the guys in stripes going to buy it. So it will be Carlsbad basketball off of the charge. He'll push it in or gain with it. 98 seconds remaining in overtime. Back to Chavarria, Ribeiro on him to the front court. Hand it off to G at the timeline. Cycles it from right to left. Give it to Orgain as Arroyo going to pick him up. Takes it, right elbow, and in and out, no good. Orgain gets his own rebound. His put back, no good, and he's fouled. Orgain 5 rebounds, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. They will call the punch foul on DeMarcus Thompson. Just the second on DeMarcus. And now Orgain to the line to shoot 2, and a chance to put the Cavemen up here in the overtime period with 1:19 remaining. First one is up for Orgain, and it is off the front of the iron, no good. He's got 17 in the contest. So we remain deadlocked at 51 apiece. So Orgain misses the first, puts the right foot on the stripe, puts up the second, and that one is no good. And it'll be G with the rebound, and he will take it up and in and count the bucket and the foul. G's 4th rebound of the ball game. He's got 8 points. Lovington wanted a foul on the rebound, didn't get it. Micah Pondo asking the official. I don't think I disagree with him there, and G will head to the line. They'll call the foul on Thompson, his 3rd personal. Micah, quit barking or they'll tee you up, son. 53-51, G at the line. He'll put it up, and that one is off of the mark. Fight for the rebound, and Orgain will get it, and then a whistle sounds, goes out of bounds. It'll be Lovington basketball. And I wasn't going to say it a minute ago, but G is 0 of 4 from the free throw line. So I do believe we have seen this situation before, Dawn.
Yes,
Lovington trailing by 2 with just a little more than a minute to go.
Minute 14 on the clock.
In the overtime period, give it to JoJo Perez, back to Arroyo. Julian through traffic, gets popped, no call, puts up a wild shot. That one won't fall, but he'll head to the line with a chance to tie it. As they will call the hack foul on Josiah Galindo, his first personal. So at the line, Julian Arroyo. Julian going to toe the line, puts up the first, and rattles it home. 53-52, 1:04 remaining in overtime. Skylar Reeves will come back in the ball game. So he's going to come in for JoJo Perez. Oh, now Julian Arroyo. They switch out. Going to have Thompson and Reeves. Here's the front line for Lovington with Sullivan and Onsunis on front for Carlsbad. They're going to move Onsunis off the court. Is there a little blood on there, or nope, did he foul out? Why are they pulling Onsunis, and why is he shaking hands? I didn't see anything that indicated that.
I don't know. I thought they were moving the coach off of the court.
Second one is up for Julian, and he gets them both. As Julian gets clocked coming back. Guys in stripes didn't see it. All tied at 53, under a minute to play. G with it, Pondo on him, bounces to Orgain. Pondo stays with him. Orgain tosses back out to G. Julian picks him up, 52 seconds to go. G works it, hands it to Orgain. He's going to cycle at top of the arc. Little shake and bake move, splits through 2. Fall away from 10, no good, and it'll be Pondo with the rebound. Second one for Micah.
A big one.
And they'll push it forward to Ribeiro on the right baseline, and he's fouled. He fouled before
he stepped out.
And they will call that one on Sullivan. That'll be his third personal. So now it'll be Elijah Rivero to the line with the chance to put Lovington up with 35 seconds to go. We're all tied at 53.
35.2 on the clock.
Elijah's first is up and rattles home, and Lovington back up 54-53. Did I say something about him not having energy earlier? Second one is up, and it is in and out, no good, and it'll go out of bounds, and they're going to say Reeves touched it last. 34.4 seconds remaining in overtime. 54-53, Lovington hanging on to a 1-point lead. Pressure is on. Breaking through it is Chavarria. He'll get it to Sullivan, to Orgain in the left corner. Sullivan cycles it out. The timeout is going to be taken by Coach John Zumbrin. It is a full timeout, 25 seconds remaining. Back here at the Cave in Carlsbad, it is overtime, and Lovington holding on to a 54-53 lead. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. This is pretty amazing because at one point the Wildcats looked dead in the water in the fourth quarter with right at 4 minutes to go in the game. They were down by 10 and couldn't buy a bucket and looked like they were just trying to run the time out of here. But then all of a sudden, something jump-started them. They stormed back and forced the overtime.
They found another gear. They moved into it. They were able to tie it up, and here we are.
And it'll be Orgain to inbound it for the Cavemen as he'll toss it into Chavarria at the timeline. 23 seconds to go. Against Rivero, Chavarria, hippity-hop through the lane, puts it up and count the bucket and the foul.
And that's exactly what they wanted. That was their plan, to send him through the lane. And whether he got the bucket or not, he was supposed to draw the foul, and he did.
And they call it on Kyler Reeves, and so Chavarria at the line for the and one. Now it's 55-54. Chavarria trying to make it a 2-point ball game. Eyes it, skies it, and in and out, no good. And it'll be Reeves with the rebound. So 2 wins it. 13 seconds to go. Shake and bake. It's in the hands of Rivero. Back. They will toss it over as Pondo with 6, with 5, in and out and bouncing around, and the rebound by the other Sullivan. And at the foul before the buzzer, Carlsbad will survive as we will have meaningless free throws as they are debating whether that foul came while there was time on the clock, and it'll be a push on Kyler Reeves. And so at the line, it'll be Jacob Chavarria. Oh, it'll be a 2-shot foul. There is 1/10 of a second. Coach Casey Pack saying, shouldn't there be more time on the clock? Because you need about 0.3 of a second to have any chance of putting one up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very important announcement right after this ball game. We'd like for you to stick around for a really important announcement.
So Chavarria at the line to put the capper on it. Coach Casey Pack still arguing for more time on the clock. I don't think he's going to get it. So Carlsbad is going to be victorious as Chavarria will get that one, and it'll make it 56-54. Now he'll get one more shot at it, and I think Orgain probably just told him, hey, miss this. That way they don't get any chance at all. And he'll put it up, and he'll make it. Lovington is basically going to have to throw the Hail Mary pass down, and they'll inbound it. And 57-54 is the final. The Lovington Wildcats fall tonight, 57-54 in overtime. We'll be back for the postgame show after this.
No secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome to your Lovington Wildcat postgame show. The Cats fall in overtime. An exciting matchup to be sure, 57-54. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us. And a look at the final numbers in this one. Double-digit scores tonight for the Carlsbad Cavemen. Kyle Orgain leads the way with 17 points. And then Shane Sullivan with 11. He also had 11 rebounds to go with that, so he had a double-double tonight. But it was the other Sullivan, Don, who ultimately the hero tonight for Carlsbad, as he got that rebound right there at the end that forced Lovington to foul with almost no time left on the clock, and sealed the deal for the Carlsbad Cavemen. Turn the page for the Lovington Wildcats. Julian Arroyo puts up 26 tonight. He leads all scorers, but he was the only double-digit scorer for Lovington. Zadrick Betancourt was next on the list with 9. Then you had 5 in the books for Elijah Rivero, 4 points for DeMarcus Thompson, 4 points for Kyler Reeves, 2 points for Anson Marquez, 3 points for Micah Pondo, and a point for JoJo Perez, and that was a big point for JoJo. It forced overtime. If he could have just made both of those free throws.
Right.
Darn it.
But
Lovington 18-27 from the free throw line tonight. Turned the ball over 19 times. Ultimately, maybe just a few too many for them to overcome in the end.
Right. You know, if you look back, it's never the points at the very end. You can look back through a game in a 1 or 2 or 3 point game where you don't lose by much. You can look at anybody's missed layup, missed free throws, missed 3-point shot. I mean, there were a lot of opportunities in that game that came throughout the game, and so many things well done by the Lovington boys. It was great to see them fight and come back from a 10-point deficit to tie it up, force overtime. It was awesome, and they came so close, but it was not meant to be tonight. But again, they fall to a 5A team, and they've got another game Monday to tune up before they start district.
And I do believe it's another 5A team. I
Yep,
believe
Chaparral
Chaparral is a 5A team as well. So we'll have another Lovington Lady Cat Wildcat doubleheader for you on Monday night. Back at the friendly confines of Wildcat Gym. We'll be on at around 5:20 or so, depending on when the JV game beforehand ends. And, of course, that'll be the girls' game. And then immediately following that, about 15-20 minutes later, we will have the boys' game for you. So an exciting matchup tonight, but unfortunately not going the way of the Wildcats as they fall here in the Cave City by a final of 57-54. For Evie Stuber, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square for Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Carlsbad. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.